straight, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, here in the front seat. Get my meals, I'm gunning for the money. Money in the bank. Come with a dank, scrolling the tank, rolling with the gang. You sit and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your Eazy, joined by my guy, Spin More Rex.
Hello.
We got the Woodward Heavyweights.
We are.
Chris, JB Smooth, tune in with us as well. Good show. Good vibes, yeah?
Yeah.
Chris, we had a good time last night.
We did.
I meant to send you that video. I'll send it for you to play it at some point, but we were at, what's the studio called? Executive Studios, yeah. Executive Studios, right up here over on Woodward. It was like an open mic night. Apologize about that one. Yeah. There were artists there. There were poets there. By the way, I
like slam poets?
No, just all poetry. It was honestly like open mic. Like if you had like you just want to get up randomly and put yourself on a list and say something, like you were free to do so. Yeah. And I'll have to admit,
you should have used the space to preach about your Jared Goff hate.
That would have been fucking honestly.
That would have been such a good video.
Next Tuesday,
12%.
Yes, let's do it.
That would have been.
Let's get fucking super like passionate.
Yeah,
and screaming.
12%.
Let me tell you about 12%.
Honest to God, though, it was dope.
Yeah,
it was a banging ass time, and there was
those country boys killed it.
Yes, bro, that's what I was about to talk about. It's funny because we were talking about Kid Rock yesterday, and then these dudes, I have the utmost respect for these guys, and I'm gonna send the video to Chris at some point to play during the show. Straight from like the construction site. Straight from the construction site.
Really?
Yeah, I'm talking about like the
neon, on the boots.
Neon vest, the boots, dirt stains, all that. Straight to the stage.
Cracked open a Bud Light.
Cracked open a Bud Light and went in.
Hell yeah.
And my man did his damn. By the way, at that time, outside of Chris, pretty sure the only. No, actually, there's one other guy. Pretty sure the only white folk in the building. And it filled it, as the night went on, but it was a good time. That those dudes, I'm not gonna lie, they did their thing.
Yeah,
they showed up.
1 out of 10.
Crypto. So did Crypto, my boy.
Yeah,
Crypto.
so did WSC Whisper.
Yeah.
It was. You should have come, man.
Yeah.
You should have come next week.
Yeah.
We'll do the. Cause what's the another one? With Clyde Canty. We'll do them both.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna bring tambourines. Bro, I can't wait. We're definitely doing it.
Jerk off. He is not the future. Elijah can't see. Isn't a top 10 pick. Dude, that would be so funny. Detroit Lions. They're getting Jalen Carter. What if I told you?
Enough of this. If you guys haven't already, please make sure you guys hit that like button. I do teams during the day. I know at some point yesterday it came out that Caitlin Clark defended Angel Reese.
Didn't see it.
Didn't see it. That sucks.
Don't care.
But then also, Angel Reese, JB actually sent it in our group text. Because Joe Biden was like, let's invite both teams.
Yeah, that is the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
So Angela used to respond with, fuck that, I'm going to the Obamas. I was like, yo. She wants smoke with everybody.
She's going after the first lady. I love it.
JB, did you get to click on that? Was there like, there's backlash?
Is that real?
One, right? Yeah, is it real?
Yeah, it's real, but I didn't get to watch the full video. But yeah, she was like, pass on going to the White House. I'll go to the Bahamas instead. I'm good.
Yep.
The Bahamas? Yeah. Oh, I thought you said the Obamas.
No, she said Obama.
Was it Obama's?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
That's funnier.
Runyon. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll look it up.
I don't want to go to the White House either.
Yeah.
Why? Why would you not want to go to the White House?
Because
it's the White House.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Obama's.
It was Obama's?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Smoke. She want all of it. She has no issue with taking on the smoke. Some people just operate that way. Some people
want all the smoke.
And in some ways, I respect it.
Yeah.
The smoke, it gets hard to breathe, man.
It's stupid as fuck that she said, you should bring Iowa as well. Iowa should be here too. Like, no, they lost. They don't go.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
Literally for champions.
Yeah, it's literally for the people who won the championship, not, oh, let's give everybody a participation trophy. No. You won, you go. You lose, you go home, and you try to win next year.
Amen. That's where I'm at it too. What am I looking for here too? There's someone from Good Morning Football had some love for the Detroit Lions. You sent that one too, JB. What was that?
I couldn't really see all the way. Like, I didn't get a chance to watch it because I was doing the morning show. But
Damn.
JB just sends anything in that group chat.
He really does.
I send everything I see to you guys, and then I'm like, all right, I'll go back and look at it later, and then I never get the time to look at it.
I actually do that too. Yeah. JB knows ball.
Yeah. He knows ball.
Knows ball.
I used to call my grandpa was ball.
Paw or ball?
Ball.
Ball.
Nana and ball.
Can we still say like knows ball? Is that gonna?
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Anyway, speaking of
He passed a while
smoke,
ago.
the heavyweights.
I didn't hear or see about this.
JB sat there and allowed it too.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you, JB?
We see how your allegiances lie, JB.
Yeah, dude. What is going on with you?
I
Lately?
didn't just
We
sit
brought
there.
you into this game.
No, I'm playing.
I didn't sit there and allow it. Adam wanted me to explain what was going on and what was the question. The 3 players, and of course, Will Anderson is obviously the number 1. But if he's taken off the draft board, then, you know, you have to pick between the 2. Which one would you go with? And it was split between you guys.
I think you said Anderson won, or you said, or you had Carter.
I
Carter
had
was still
Anderson won.
I was Richardson, Carter, Anderson,
Yeah.
and that's again post conversation with like a guy who like knows his shit, a guy who's like well connected and well respected, and then their shots were fired.
What did he say?
You had the Malik Willis thing thrown out, I had the Kyle Hamilton thing thrown out, and it's just like I just got to return fire. I just got to return fires because I first thing I wanted to go at, okay, you want to disrespect Malik Willis stuff. I could have swore somebody called Penny Sewell bust after week 1 of the preseason.
Preseason game, yeah.
You know, I was in charge of you. Oh, hold on, Chris. I was in charge of YouTube back then. I cut the clip, made the thumbnail and everything. Gone. The clip's gone off YouTube.
Clip's gone?
Then I was like, all right, well, let's see. What date was this? Looking at my computer. Okay, August 16th. Went to find the August 16th show. Well, I'm a screen report. I'm going to get him. All right. I got you. Gone. But you know what's still there? The I was wrong. I don't know if you got that one, Chris.
Yeah,
It's still there.
I got them. I got them all. You want them all?
Yeah, if you got them all in one, that's cool.
I threw them all together.
That's cool. You'll go out from Malik Willis. Okay, Dan Campbell. This is 6 hours ago. Dan Campbell will be a top 3 head coach in the NFL. Below that, Dan Campbell is not a real head coach. That was wrong. That's regarding to Penei Sewell after his first preseason game was called a bust. And then, of course, the Dan Campbell can't coach, Jalen Hurts, stuff like that. Come on, we got fire too. We got smoke too.
The Dominican Sue was a bust in Detroit.
Yeah, he apologized for that one, kind of though. I ain't gonna go hard at him that one, but yeah,
Makes sense.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? You want smoke? We got smoke too, dog. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
It's true. The Penei Sewell one was egregious.
Yeah, well, I mean, so much so it's mysteriously disappeared off the internet. I'm just saying.
It's gone. Got scrubbed.
Can't find that one anywhere.
Oh, it's interesting.
It's interesting.
Okay, JB's back on Team Heavyweight. I'm playing. You have this thing in here that says NBA players really have FU money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this about?
Put it up, Chris. This is
crazy.
This is wild.
This is crazy. Y'all remember Reggie Bullock,
Oh
right?
yeah, you guys remember Reggie Bullock?
I met
Not
Reggie
a star. He's a good.
Decent player.
He's a good player. Reggie Bullock is building a resort on a 5-acre island in Belize for his family and guests to vacation. And it says Bullock Island on that boy. Dude bought an island and is building a resort on it. NBA players can literally do whatever the hell they want.
I respect it.
And this is a role player. This isn't a superstar. This is a shooter, a 3-and-D guy. He's good. He's pretty good at what he does, but like, come on now. Like, toss me an M-bar, Reggie. I respected you when you were in Detroit. $50 million.
To be fair, though, wouldn't you do the same? Like, if you had that money?
For sure.
Like, I'm disappointed it's only 5 acres.
Well, I wouldn't do anything. Like, if I had that kind of money, I would literally not do anything. Like, my dad is living his life, right? He's retired. That's what I want to be retired when I grow up. Like, unfortunately, that'll never happen.
Hey, can you imagine being in like 3rd grade and they're asking you, what do you want to be when you grow up? And
Retired.
little Spencer goes, retired.
I'm telling you, bro. It's
Did
dude
you say
does
retarded or retired?
dude does
retired.
whatever he wants. He has no responsibilities. He could wake up and drink a glass of scotch at breakfast if he wanted to, because it doesn't matter. That looks like a good life to me.
I've met Reggie Bullock. He's actually like there's some investments tied in there too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's a smart feller. He has a sister. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chris. I don't know if you're familiar with this, or brother. I don't know. Technically sister now. A trans.
I believe so.
Family member, but who was like attacked and stuff like that.
Kid Rock.
Well, I'm just saying. No, he's a smart guy. I met him.
Yeah.
I like had these conversations. He's like all about like the crypto guy. Reggie Bullock obviously bought the island. He's doing the damn thing correctly. But you're 100% right. NBA guys their money's guaranteed.
They got FU money, man.
That's why they act up. No, I don't want to say act a fool. You know what's crazy enough? This is actually kind of wild. Similar circumstances for like on draft nights for NBA guys and NFL guys, like the rag the riches stories, and then even more so, you're looking at guys giving guaranteed money. Either the NBA is better at covering it up, or maybe are NBA players more mature than NFL players? I feel like there's less like wild shit going on in the NBA than there is in the NFL. Why and how and why? Because they have more money that's guaranteed. In the NBA. No, there's definitely still wild shit, but there's way more in the NFL. Like
there's a lot more players in the NFL than there is the NBA.
That's true. That's fair.
Also,
that's fair. That's probably it.
If I'm being fair too, I mean, football is such a violent sport. Obviously, you have to be a great super competitor to be an NBA player, but I feel like football is even a level above that in terms of the dedication, the intensity that it takes, and I think that messes with people's circuits and wiring a little bit.
Yeah.
That would be my guess.
No, that's a great point. I think both of you guys make great points. There's more bodies to be concerned about. And then, I mean, even just having that switch as your job.
Yeah.
Like I think a lot of people forget, like you go out there, you want to be a dog, but like that's like the doggest of dogs. You have to be damage. Exactly the brain damage on top of it, on top of like your job literally being to almost like try to hurt the other person.
Yeah.
On every single snap, outside wide receivers.
Solidarity with my mashed potato brain brothers.
Yeah.
Shit happens. Catches up to you.
That's it.
Makes you make some wild decisions.
There's where it makes a little bit more sense. All right. Well, we settled that one. Commercial, not plan.
We did have something else on NBA if you wanted to jump into it. We didn't get to yesterday.
What is it?
The Jalen Duren, Paul George.
That is, if you read the prep, Chris.
Jesus, Chris, get your shit
together.
That
is later, and it is a segment.
Did you play football in high school?
Tuned.
Stay tuned.
How are you this stupid all the time?
It was a tease. You guys just clearly didn't get it. That's all.
Colin Cowherd did have the. Did you say? Are we teasing that one?
We can tease it. Yeah, you guys just want to do all our segments in 30-second clips and then just talk about nothing for the rest of the show?
No, I'm talking about teasing it. That's what I just did. And what he just did are totally different things. He fucking all over the clip. I'm brandishing the firearm. I'm not doing what he's doing.
I teased it.
What? Am I having a stroke right now? What was that?
Is one of us retarded right now?
Do I smell toast?
Colin Cowherd did his mock draft yesterday. The Detroit Lions taking somebody that I haven't seen
you just dropped two
on
hard,
a mock draft
hard
from. I took hard tards.
You dropped
hard R's and hard tards.
Yeah, you dropped two hard tards already this show.
Thanks for bringing it back up. It's all right. Colin Cowherd did his mock draft, as I was trying to say, and he had the Detroit Lions taking somebody I haven't seen in the mock draft since quite some time. We're gonna tease that one. We're gonna talk about that today, obviously too. Aidan Hutchinson did a podcast with his pro comp, Chris Long. Which obviously I think there's. I don't know. Chris Long had a good rookie year.
Chris Long had a good rookie year.
And then he was kind of a solid. We'll see. There's the rest is yet to be determined.
Speaking of hard tards, Michael Peterson in the chat says you could talk more about Kid Rock for the rest of the show.
Okay.
Ball digga ball.
Ball digga ball.
That was one of our. What if
that's how Chris Rock? What if that's how Kid Rock talked? He's walking around. He's like, "Bang the ball, bang the bang."
That's probably how Chris
Sylvester
Rock
Stallone. Like they're trying in an argument between Chris Rock and Kid Rock and Sylvester Stallone. I'd pay to see that.
What was your Kid Rock nickname after a few brewskis last night? He had a final form.
Shitcock. that's not Kid Rock. That's Shitcock.
All right.
I was a little toasty last night.
Yeah. Time to tell you guys about Swiss. You need yourself or your business insured. My guy Mark over at Swiss Insurance has you covered. Make sure you guys hit him up. That's Mark at SwissINS.com. Still waiting for somebody to email my guy their mock drafts. All right, it's Mark at SwissINS.com. Make sure you guys send him your mock draft and hit him up for insurance too. It's Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
Can't get enough Woodward Sports content? Head over to woodwardsports.com right now for up-to-date sports articles and great entertainment news. We have the best writers, bloggers, and coverage all at your fingertips. Head to woodwardsports.com right now to experience all Woodward Sports has to offer.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
The Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck is the home of the original football bowling pin game called Foaling. Multiple different ways you can play. They've got $12 open unlimited play and private lane reservation for $120. If you get thirsty, they got a $2 mystery beer vending machine and multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So make sure you go check them out in Hamtramck or visit them online at foalingwarehouse.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodWardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my guy Spin More Rex.
What up, though? If you like Kid Rock, you probably beat your wife. I'm just saying. It's correlation.
No, it does not correlate. We established he has got like 4 bangers.
3.
4.
3.
4.
3.
Pitcher away, banger.
Yes.
Cowboy, banger.
Banger.
Ball with the ball.
That's not a banger.
Ball with the ball.
That is not a banger.
Ball with the ball.
Not a banger.
Banger. This dude don't know ball. And then I forgot the 4. So 3 certified bangers.
All summer long.
All summer long.
Yeah.
Born free. Forever.
That's for the guys that beat their wives. Shavy's like, that's my jam. I was born free. Welcome back. If you guys haven't already, please make sure you guys hit the like button. Sorry if you guys hit your wives for listening to this music. We didn't mean to offend you. We have Young Chris and TD Boop. JB Smooth on the 1s and 2s.
Nice recovery.
You guys know Kid Rock and his fans get offended very easily.
I know, but how can they be offended? It's like, here's the thing, right? Like me, JB, we got a pass to say certain things.
Yeah.
Right? You look like Kid Rock.
Exactly.
You have the pass to say these things.
I can say
It's
it.
fucking shit cock over here, dude. He can say whatever he wants about Kid Rock.
He's Kid Rock. It's,
same shit.
2 peas in a pod. 2 shits in a shot.
All right, man. Colin Cowherd, if I'm being honest with you guys, obviously has some controversial takes.
He is, he's known for his hot takes.
Lightning rod of controversy, some may say. But I enjoy his content. Outside of like the one like QB face and the quarterback hat thing, like outside of those ones, like he's at least gives you like he's good at like selling points. He's good at selling it like the bullshit.
Quarterback face is a real thing.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, SJB.
Yeah. All right. Explain Lamar, MVP. That's an ugly motherfucker.
Well, he's just super fast.
The anomaly.
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning is ugly.
That ain't QB face either, bro.
He's got QB forehead.
Yeah. For real. A QP forehead. A fucking quarter pound that motherfucker.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, all right. I'm dismissing QB face within 2 names. What, Chris?
I was just going to make a Whopper joke about his forehead.
Oh, what is it? Let's hear it.
That's it.
All right.
Colin Cowherd. You went full in front of Elon Musk so fast.
You're going full cousin today, bro. I don't know what's going on in there. There's some fumes.
All summer long.
Let's cut to the chase. I'll tell a motherfucker slut to the face. Colin Cowherd has a daughter named Olivia who's really hot. I'm just kidding. All right, for real. Colin Cowherd.
Does he?
Yeah. Oh, it's Trey Lance. Trey Lance was slap piece for a minute. God, that sounds so disrespectful.
Face.
I'm sorry, Mr. Cowherd.
I'm not.
I am. I'm sorry, Mr. Cowherd. Miles Murphy. Let's jump into it. No more addressing this thing. Okay. He had the Detroit Lions selecting Miles Murphy at number 6. Miles Murphy, coincidentally enough, had his pro day that same day. Chris, do we have the numbers on this one?
Yes, we do.
Look at this shit, Smitty. I don't know how this one slid underneath me. Obviously, we knew he was 6'5". We knew he was a big fella. He's 271 pounds. Did you know he was running a fucking 4.5?
That's pretty impressive.
Did you know he had the 7.2 3-cone and a 4.3 shuttle? This is compared. I mean, say what you want about Trayvon Walker, but like, this is what he's being compared to now. I'll say this though too. Pro days, a little fugazi. I can't deny that. Pro day numbers be a little fugazi. I mean, obviously you have like the best interest in the team there.
Yeah.
Outside of Jalen Carter in his situation, which is even maybe more alarming to some of those folks who want to believe in that or buy into that. But Miles Murphy at 6, which I thought was kind of crazy. He kind of disappeared from like the first round conversations, or at least from like top 10 conversations. I never understood why. But now I think he might return. If those are true.
Those numbers are pretty pretty good, especially when you put him up against the number 1 pick of the draft last year. His numbers, and he was drafted off potential. He wasn't drafted off of he was the best player in this draft. He was the best edge in this draft. That being Trayvon Walker, he was drafted off potential. And shout out to the Jags for doing that, so we could get Aidan Hutchinson. But yeah, Myles Murphy, I don't know why he was falling so hard either. I didn't think he did anything to deserve that. Maybe you're looking at the defense he played with had a lot of talent on it. So does that take away from who he actually is as a player when you're playing with Brian Brisset and Trenton Simpson and other guys like that? But you look at those numbers and that doesn't lie. Although, like you said, the stats can be easily fudged at a pro day because it is a lot of the team there. It is a lot of team personnel, guys that are trying to make him look good. Maybe you got the quick stop on the stopwatch. Maybe you got the late start on the stopwatch. But still, those are impressive numbers when you stack them up against a guy like Trayvon Walker.
Dog. Like, I'm open to it.
At 6?
I want Jalen Carter.
Yes.
Point blank period. I want Jalen Carter at 6. If I'm being honest with you guys. But
don't go full cousin.
If Jalen Carter's not an option, I wouldn't. Man. Des Walker almost talked us into it last time he was on too.
Yeah.
I mean, 271 pounds. That's a guy who's playing both inside and outside.
Myles Murphy.
Like, I'm cool with it.
Hutch said he's sitting at a clean 260 right now.
Yeah, he was in that podcast with Chris Long. Yeah. 271 pounds, 4'5". Again, I don't know how to what to think of the pro day numbers, but like, and then the film too. Like, there's a tweet on my Twitter at @SpeakeasySports_. Follow if you haven't already. But like, when I first started watching like film, that's one of the first people I clicked on.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys remember even back to a conversation we had with Russ Brown, like right when we first started coming on the show talking draft. Is like, he was one of his top 10 like prospects.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you have your mock drafts, like who you think is going to go where based off need and fit and all that good stuff like that too. But like, just pure talent, like pound for pound, like this guy's a fucking monster. I think Bryce Young was his number 1. Bijan was in there too. And then at some point, somewhere in that top 10 was Myles Murphy. So like, if the Detroit Lions took him at 6, I'm not beefing with it because I did see him as that prospect at one point. I think some of the buzz died down because he didn't participate at the combine. I don't know what the situation was off the top of my head, but I think Myles Murphy, I think he has the ability to be a top 10 prospect.
Yeah, I couldn't believe how far he was falling in some drafts. Some drafts had him in the second round and shit. I was like, I don't know.
It made no sense.
Don't know about all that.
JB, you don't want to see like a million things throughout the day. I don't know if, obviously you don't look at all of them. You just send them. But have you came across anything with Myles Murphy?
I really haven't, and that's a player that's not really talked about a lot, even though at the beginning of the whole draft process, he was pretty high up there. So I don't know. I haven't seen many mock drafts with him slipping down that far, but it's just a name that just doesn't get mentioned anymore. But I think it's still a good prospect, and I don't know where exactly he would fit in draft-wise, but still, I mean, he's a name to keep out there, too, if the Lions just so happen to, miss on everything else.
What are you laughing at now?
Somebody, Sam Bartz in the Woodward Sports chat said, Kristaps Porzingis at 6. I said, who the fuck is Tingus Pingus? I've never heard of no Latavia. Whatever.
You drafted this fucking
You drafted this fucking guy?
Do you want me to read you the PFF analyst of Myles Murphy?
Yes.
This is one of the first ones to pop up when I hit Google. Murphy's an absolute freak athlete. He has been highly touted ever since high school simply because of his raw physical tools. You will hear a lot of comparisons to Trayvon Walker for Murphy throughout this draft season. He has the same type of strength-speed combination that NFL teams look for in an edge defender. Murphy definitely has work to do developing his pass rushing moves, but he clearly possesses the athletic ability to do it. He recorded 96 pressures and 20 sacks in his Clemson career. Shades of Rashawn Gary.
Sounds a lot like Trayvon Walker.
It does sound a lot like Trayvon Walker, which, by the way, I know a lot of people are going to look at the seasons of Trayvon Walker and Kayvon Thibodeau, and they're going to look for that sacks, and that's what they're going to base their value of him as a player as, and this is incorrect. Even if you were to go back and listen to that podcast with Aidan Hutchinson and Chris Long. Actually, I'll send this one to you too, Chris, for when we come back. I know I didn't send to you in Slack right now, but Aidan said his best game is the one he had 1 sack.
Yeah. Said sacks are a fickle thing, and like even in that game against Washington where he had a bunch of sacks, he's like, one of them, Carson Wentz just fell into me.
Yeah.
And people were like, "Oh, you're a monster." He's like, "Yes."
And that's what happened.
Yeah.
Remember when we talked about it, it's like, I mean, it was like all 3 of them were like that, honestly.
Yeah, he said he was rushing as a 3-tech, did a little loop contain, and Carson Wentz just fell into him. And the co-host of whoever co-hosts with Chris Long is like, Carson will do that.
Yeah. He does.
Yeah, he does.
That was definitely some Carson Wentz shit. Here's some of the pros of Myles Murphy per PFF. One of the twitchiest 275-pounders you'll ever see. Power into contact that can put an offensive lineman on his back when executed properly. The want is there. He'll charge into blocks trying to impose his will. Now, the cons are no meaningful development from his freshman year to his junior year. His tape was truthfully better than poor high side rusher who'll take himself out of plays. I don't even know what the fuck that means. No plan when taking on blocks. Hands late, head down, and no hip explosion. Now, you read that, and as an edge rusher, you think obviously cons.
Yeah.
But one of the pros to him is like the inside. We literally spoke to one of his pass rushing coaches, and that's what he told us point blank period when we had Des Walker on. You guys can go back and watch that full interview. He told you that he likes Myles Murphy just based off of the fact that he can play inside and outside. At 275 pounds, obviously 271 at the pro day, which I'm assuming he wanted to weigh in light at so he could run the fastest 40 as possible.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to play heavier than that. Which if he's playing heavier than that, then like if we're talking about drafting Kalijah Kancey at 6, which, I mean, I'm not going to say word, but if some people are talking about drafting Kalijah Kancey at 6, like I'd be cool with taking Myles Murphy just as early because you have the ability to edge rush and play the inside. And I think he's going to weigh more than Kancey when the time comes to it as well.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Again, I'm not on this, like, edge rusher
I feel you.
thing. Like, I don't think they need an edge rusher that high. Obviously, it's if everybody else is gone and it's between Tyree Wilson or Myles Murphy, you got to take one of them. But edge rushing position for the Detroit Lions is a pretty good room. You've got a lot of guys there. You've obviously got Aidan Hutchinson, James Houston, Romeo Okwara, Julian Okwara when he gets back, Charles Harris. It's even Josh Pascal you could put on the outside. So I don't think it's that big of a need. And that's you definitely can use them, but their biggest need is interior defensive line. And that's why Jalen Carter is just like gets me bricked up thinking about it, because it would just be such an important piece, such an important hole to fill on the Detroit Lions defense.
I can't wait to see you at draft night.
Facts.
And he's not falling on the top 10 guys.
Bro.
Again, when Drew Rosenhaus told him he's not taking any other interviews outside the top 10, like, confirmed. All right, Drew Rosenhaus been in the league a very long time. He's well connected and respected. Sometimes these agents just make things happen by themselves, and they really control the game at a certain point when they have enough power like that. Drew Rosenhaus been around long enough that I have to assume he has, I don't want to say that amount of power, but at least that amount of like knowledge. Like, obviously it looks like a bad look. You're not taking interviews outside the top 10, but if you're going with that, despite everything else, you're probably not making it out of the top 10. This guy was a number 2 prospect.
He's not making it out of the top 10. Not a chance.
Yeah, we're talking about Murphy being within the top 10 pound for pound. Fucking Carter was 1 to 2.
Jalen Carter is not making it out of the top 10.
Hopefully he makes it to 6 though.
Hopefully he makes it to 6.
And that's a selection, but
and hopefully if you need a haircut, you go to Lady Jane's, because you can come to Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut experience and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win a down payment on your dream home up to $200,000. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, no appointment necessary. Because Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Wicked awesome.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Make sure you're watching WoodwardSports.com for our new show, Chompin' Puck.
He shoots! He scores!
With 4-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and Michael Gentry, Chompin' Puck is taking the Detroit hockey community and giving them a voice. Pros to Joes. You'll get the best Detroit hockey coverage around. Chompin' Puck. Saturdays 1 p.m. on WoodwardSports.com.
The Sports Marketing Agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag out. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Take us Smitty. I've heard.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like the stream, share the stream. If you're listening on podcast platforms, leave a 5-star review.
5 stars.
I am Spencer Exter. He is Speak Easy. We got Chris Platty being a full cousin, and we got JB Smooth on the ones and twos.
Wait till I get to read it.
Benedict JB Smooth signing with JB Arnold signing with the morning show. You know, nothing's new though, but
JB
Lee. But Hutchinson was on.
Did you pull out a journal?
Yeah, it's my dream journal. No, I wrote some stuff down. I wrote some quotes down from Hutchinson.
Oh, what's in the
Aidan
front of that?
Hutchinson.
What does it say? The Griffin?
The Griffin, yeah.
Was it the hotel or something?
I don't know. Nick Leach gave it to me.
Oh, wow.
But
I don't know, I'm supposed to say that
Hutchinson
name
was on a
anymore.
podcast with Chris Long and some dude who was ruining the podcast, honestly. Because like Chris Long was asking him good questions, and he'd be about to answer it, and then the guy would be like, "Oh, how are your cats?" And then they talk about his cats for like 10 minutes.
We talk about stupid shit.
Yeah, but like
we talked about killing cats for 10 minutes.
Not with
20 minutes.
guests. Not if we had Aidan Hutchinson on.
I don't know, dude. I think we'd still.
But they'd ask him like something that I was like, "Oh, bet I'm ready to hear this." Like, this is a good question from Chris Long, and he'd say like one sentence, then the dude would be like, "Yeah, how do you feel after that bar the other night?"
That's what it feels like doing a show with you sometimes.
And they talk about that for 20 minutes.
I watched Straight Outta Compton last Friday, and I cried at the end.
It was a good movie. And
Thanks, Benny. What do you want at 6, though? I was kidding.
But they had a lot to say. They talked about James Houston, Dan Campbell, Jared Goff. We talked about already what he said about different sacks. But what I like to hear was what he said about James Houston. Because, let me get this right. They asked him about James Houston, how it was, and he said the more the merrier when you're talking about pass rushers. He equated to his relationships with James Houston similar to his relationship with David Ajabo when he was at Michigan. And he said that's only going to help you win more games. And ultimately that's the goal, to get that ring, to win a Super Bowl. We've talked about this before. Like, when have you ever heard Lions players, coaches, teammates, anybody mentioning Super Bowls? Now it seems like a regular occurrence with this group of players and this coaching staff, to where they really feel like they got what it takes. They're in a position where they can go out there and they can win a Super Bowl. And you love to hear that. You really do, because that is the ultimate goal. Like Hutchinson said, that is the ultimate goal, is to go out there and win a Super Bowl. And he believes it. He believes it's a possibility, or he wouldn't be saying it.
It's wild to hear. It's wild to talk about. You know, this is wild though. I'm gonna pull a page out of the guy from the podcast book, only because I cut the video and Chris is eager to play it. But did you catch Aidan when he said this in the interview? Play this video, Chris.
Was there a move that you picked up that you didn't think you had in your toolbox, like that you learned in the last calendar year?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been trying to implement the spin move in my game.
Yeah, I saw you.
And I never could hit it. And because I never understood, like, I never understood when to, you know, I just spin in a little phone booth, you know, but it's all about the timing of it, I've realized. And I kind of picked that up. And honestly, I just ripped it in one of the games and got a sack off of it, and kind of never looked back. And then I started implementing some outside spins, some inside spins, because naturally, you know, I grew up, I was a dancer, you know, I danced for about 3 years. So I got that little rotation. So I figure, you know, might as well make some use to it.
What?
Hey, bro.
No, it's cool. I
was a dancer. Aidan Hutchinson. Well, we saw him hit
he danced his ass off
hit
this
the Michael
year.
Jackson shit a couple times.
Might have hurt himself hitting the Michael Jackson the first time.
Yeah, maybe he
or third time it was.
Kicked that foot out a little too hard. Maybe we see him on Dancing with the Stars.
Do we put our sons in dance class now?
I don't have a son.
But when you do have one,
I'm never gonna have kids.
Why?
Huh?
Because you have a vag?
No, because I'm gonna be in a wheelchair by 50.
Doesn't mean you can't have kids.
Yeah, it's...
Do I put Bryson in a dance class now for 3 years too?
3 years.
By the way, are you
helps him with his footwork?
If you're cool with this, what
helps him with his footwork?
Sure
I've heard like gymnastics is also something that is very good to put them in early, because it helps with just overall balance and body control and different things like that.
Chris, because I know I got yelled at last time I wanted to replay a video.
Yeah,
it was interesting.
It was interesting.
But the very end, can you just pause at the very end? Is Chris Long smirking?
Chris Long's face was.
Yeah, he's trying to stop himself from fucking laughing right here.
Yeah, let me pull
Just
it
play
up.
the last like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I was a dancer, you know. I danced for about 3 years, so I got.
Oh
that
yeah,
little
he's definitely
rotation, so
trying to hit it.
I figure, you know, I might as well make some use to it.
He's hiding behind the mic for sure.
Did you see him go?
Yeah,
yeah.
He was a dancer.
Look, man, I think I'm gonna put Bryson in dancing. Maybe.
Do it.
I was hesitant to put him in gymnastics, but if Aidan danced 3 years dancing,
yeah,
and that's like 3 memorable years. Like when you're like up to like 4 or 5, you really don't remember shit.
Especially if you want Bryson to be an edge rusher, bro. Foot movement, like hip flexibility, hip positioning, shoulders.
Yeah,
it's a lot of things that are important.
Can I see the shoulders again? Hey, oh,
dancing's all shoulders and hips, man.
It really is.
It's
really
all
is.
shoulders and hips.
You don't even have to like use hips, and you can just like your shoulders can make it look like you're doing something, you know.
Yeah.
But when you throw the hips in too,
it's all
that's
shoulders and
people
hips.
Pregnant.
That's I was just about to say. Drop that because that's all about hips and hip movement. But I don't hate it. People are saying he's got a dip in his mouth.
Nah, he's definitely.
You were dancing?
You were dancing, boy.
Dude, I still remember after they like banned chewing tobacco from MLB.
Yeah.
But like the people that were already in the MLB could still do it. They're like grandfathered in. Fucking the next game.
It's the stupidest rule in the world.
Well, it's like people that hadn't played a game in the MLB yet can't dip.
So if you're on the same team as another guy who can, you can't.
Fucking
absolute bullshit,
dude. Justin Verlander the next day, full bottom horseshoe, just sitting right on the bench, like. I was like, oh, dude, that's awesome.
You guys ever dipped?
I mean, I dipped once. It was JV baseball my freshman year. Fucking Darius, of course. Darius was a junior playing JV because he was bad. But I was a freshman, and he gave me a dip. And fucking our coach came over and was like, I smell that shit. Like, who's got it? I fucking threw up because I like had to because I couldn't spit. Or he'd fucking see I had, and then I would have to run foul poles. I'm like, I'm not trying to run foul poles. That shit's rough, dude.
No, I threw up too.
And I threw up, and I've never done it since.
I liked it. I had to stop myself. That's how much I liked it.
Really?
Yeah, way better than cigarettes.
Really?
At least, I mean, I obviously wasn't like addicted to where like I wouldn't like, I would have. What's the word I'm looking for? Like when you lose the high because you're so used to doing it. What is that? What is that word I'm looking for?
Tolerance.
Yes. Maybe because my tolerance is so low for it at that point. But yeah, when I did it, I got a nice little buzz every time. Dip is nice, bro. I'm not gonna lie, dude. But no,
I'm good on dip. That's just nasty to me. Also, I said this.
What?
This kid, we called him Crazy Eyes because he had some crazy ass eyes. His name was Josh, and it was in my Chinese class. He was in my Chinese class. He was dipping, and like he had a spitter just sitting right on the table, and the Miss Lee like asked him like, you know, what's that? And he was like, oh, it's tea.
Hey, yo, he puked right.
No.
What a fucking beast.
Dude, took it like a chance. It was the nastiest shit I've ever seen.
Crazy as a dog. Speaking of dogs, though, I want also Aidan talked about like being allowed to stand back up in the throughout the season, but I did notice too like that is like when he started like implementing that spin move like that Dallas game I think he did hit a clean spin move like right off the bye week, and fucking bada boom bada bang took out Dak Prescott. I'm gonna give him a half a sack for it, but it is what it is. Also, I do want to again point out the fact is I don't want you guys coming and bitching about Aidan this year. I don't want you guys coming and bitching about James Houston this year. I mean, Kaminsky, whoever else it is, if the numbers aren't there, because I see a world, and I think we told you guys this before, both you and I, especially they get Jalen Carter, where the quarterback's just forced to like throw the ball earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you want to count QB hits, but sometimes QB hits aren't even going to be there if the quarterback gets rid of it before. You know what I'm saying? And then, plays are made from then on.
That's good. That's
fucking pump.
It's good tease because we got our next segment. Might have a couple of those.
Spencer Raxter Sportsbook coming up.
A couple of those options in there. We did that on BDE today, and people seem to like it. It was pretty good. I put a couple nice numbers up there. I'm not going to do the same ones I did on BDE today, but
okay.
I did a Hutchinson 11.5 sacks, Kirby Joseph 3.5 interceptions.
You want to go break and then you want to go break early?
Goff 9.5 interceptions. and Amon-Ra St. Brown 6.5 touchdowns.
Tell us about Custom Health. I want to play this game.
I will.
Sounds fun.
If you're tired of being disgustingly overweight and out of shape like I am, you can get help from Custom Health Centers. Because Custom Health Centers turned our own Ryan Ermanni from Easy Ryan to be Easy Ryan. And it can do the same thing for you. But in all seriousness, Ryan Ermanni enlisted the help of Custom Health Centers is now dumped upwards of 18 pounds. You can do the same. Just call them at 844-789-8446. That's 844-789-8446. Call Custom Health Centers today. Let them help you lose some weight.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan.
Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals in town. Plus, they will beat all competitors by $5. ChiliPeppersTanning.com. Hottest bulbs, hottest deals, darkest tans. Your vitamin D headquarters.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Caught my ass. What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy, Eazy, joined my guy, Spinmo Rax.
What up, though?
Heavyweights. We got young Chris, JB Smooth.
Yeah, I just had to pull over, and it just so happened there's Buscemi's right there, so I got some pizza.
Yeah, I just had to wait out the rain. Yeah. I just knew the exact amount of pizzas I had in me before the rain cleared up.
Solid 3-piece rainstorm coming down, so I pulled into Buscemi's.
If you guys would like some context of the conversation, during the commercial break, I don't know how it came up, but we were talking about why the fuck did that come up?
Because you were talking about editing the prep while you were driving.
Oh, yeah. I fucked up the prep sheet. Chris, you're not tarding as hard as we thought initially. The Jalen Durant stuff.
Easy. That means a lot.
Was I messed up.
You only listen to a couple Kid Rock songs.
And hit your wife. Your cat.
Yeah.
She trying to cancel Hasbulla?
Yeah, I saw that shit.
What do you do?
He was slapping his cat and shit.
Yeah.
Like hard?
Yeah.
How hard can it be though?
Like he was, dude. I'd drop kick that little fuck.
But he's fucking 2 feet tall. Like, how hard?
He's 20 years old. Like
he's still 2 feet tall. How much power could a 2-foot guy generate?
I'd drop kick the shit out of that little piece of shit, dude.
He was that hard for you.
He was hitting his cat, bro. Like smack, and it ran away, and he chased it into a corner, and he started hitting. And I was like, dude, this.
What would the cat do? Did he deserve it?
No.
What was the cat wearing? I'm just kidding.
Jesus Christ.
Did it want it? I was kidding.
No, but Hasbulla's a little turd, bro.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, before I even saw that, I was like, I'd drop kick that kid in his face. Like, the shit he does, because, like, he just, like, punches people in the face. If he punched me in the face, I'd punt him through the uprights. Like, I swear to God. I'd fucking punt that kid. Goal. I'd punt that kid 20 yards if he fucking punched me in the face. Like, he just runs up and punches people in the face.
Yeah, right, dude. You would not. You know how many fucking Russian killers he has
I
with him at
don't
all
care.
times?
I'd fucking drop kick
He would dog walk.
You would die.
If he punched me in the face, I'd grab him by his feet and Mario throw him. Like how Mario throws Bowser where he spins him around. I'd shot put his little ass across the street.
And you have no fear of like the Russian mafia
No, man.
hanging out. Why?
Everybody's got to go sometime.
Who is the... Oh, JB.
What?
Did you grab the picture JB just put there in the Slack?
Yeah, a while ago.
You have that one or no?
Not yet, but I can get in.
You want to grab it? I got a surprise for you, brother. You're going to like it.
Is it?
I feel like the guy from
Is it titties?
Warehouse. What's it called? The old like fucking soup place. You're gonna
Men's
like
Warehouse?
it. Yeah, you're gonna like it.
You're gonna like the way it looks.
I guarantee it.
Beth, shut the fucking door. God damn, dude. Every time.
She heard us talking about hitting cats and got really mad.
Unprofessional.
Probably. I was going to try to look up the video of Hasbulla hitting cats. Anyway. Spinny Sportsbook brought to you by Hasbulla Kitten Abuse.
Yeah. It's Spinny Sportsbook brought to you by drop kicking Hasbulla across the freeway. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Hell yeah. That means. All right, speaking of, hold on, before we get there, speaking of abusing kitties.
Well, I don't. Okay, this can either be really good or really bad. Okay,
Really
that's
good.
Colin Cowherd's daughter.
You knew. Yeah.
I did not know.
Right?
She's got the heavies.
She's got the heavies. She's for sure got the
She's for
heavies.
sure got the heavies.
It's crazy. He's so like pencil-headed and like thin. Like who knew his daughter would be so
His
thick?
wife's got to be a smoke.
She's got the two of them. One, she's from Michigan right now, actually.
She is?
No. His wife, his current wife. I think she's from like a previous marriage. Yeah, but Liv Cowherd got the. She got the heavies.
She's fine. She's fine. But,
moving on.
Okay.
Speaking of abusing kittens,
Spetty Sportsbook, we got some Lions over-unders to ask about. I already did a couple of them on BDE, so I'm going to start some new ones. We'll go Jamison Williams, touchdowns on the year. I'll set it at 5.5. Over under 5.5 touchdowns for Jamison Williams.
100%.
I said it like 3 times. You didn't hear any of them?
No, say it again.
Over under 5.5 touchdowns.
See the picture on
for
the screen.
Jamison
I'm distracted, brother. Over 5.5 touchdowns for Jameson.
Over under 5.5 touchdowns for Jamison Williams.
He only had one last year, right?
Yes.
5.5 was a lot. Under. I think he's gonna hit 5 on the dot. Does that sound disappointing to some people? Probably.
Yes.
Especially knowing that DJ Chark's gone. But DJ Chark only had, what, 3 touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken? Felt like he had a lot more. Looking back at it, I'm pretty sure he only had the 3 touchdowns.
Back at it, wow.
Yeah.
Fucking Jamal Williams had 17, so there weren't many other ones to go around.
That is true. Maybe we can't. Yeah. You know what? Actually, same recipe this year. Dave Montgomery's there. Better running back than Jamal Williams. I'll 5 on the dot is what I got for J-Mo.
JB, over under 5.5 touchdowns for Jamison Williams.
Give me over.
Over.
I'm taking an over.
Over.
I feel like my man's gonna show out this season.
I like it.
I think he still show out though without him.
Nope. You already spoke your
he's
piece. You
gonna
think
ball
he
out.
sucks. Chris?
Shitcock.
I'm going with under. You know how bad I want to say over, but I'm going under.
Yeah.
Same philosophy as
Over is
Eazy.
your favorite word.
It is. It's one of my favorites.
All right. 2 unders and an over. I like JB. He's a good man. You're a good man, JB, even though you don't back us. And you just let the morning show say whatever they want.
He backs us.
All right.
Pause.
Next up. Over under 21.5 sacks for Houston and Hutchinson combined.
Sorry, JB.
JB. Over under. Hutch and Houston combined sacks 21.5.
Over. Taking the page out of Chris's book on this one.
Ooh. Chris.
Over. Slightly. I feel like that's a damn good number. It's going to be somewhere around 22, 23 for me.
Okay.
Sorry, I was trying to make it a poll.
Easy. 21.5.
21.
25, not 25
Can you
and
do
a
something
half.
for me?
Too late. Fans have spoken. Everyone's saying over.
The poll has spoken.
I'm thinking of defensive lineman this draft.
Yeah.
It's particularly one named Jalen Carter. Over.
Ooh.
Over. I think even more so than Hutch, and there's no like slight at Hutchinson. I think we all kind of know like a one-on-one edge rusher. You're looking at. I think actually we're on the page like Houston could be like the best like pure edge rusher, right? Mm-hmm. Hutchinson is more like an all-around defensive end. He can do it all for you. He can defend the run. He can rush the quarterback if he wants to. He's also the more notable guy in the defensive line outside of if they get Jalen Carter. So I think he'll be seeing double teams, which we saw James Houston eat off from last year too. So I feel like James Houston's going to see a lot more of the one-on-one situations. On top of the fact too, they could just creep him in as a linebacker alongside the edge and just blitz him. I think they hit the over for sure.
Over 21.5, not 25.5.
It's fine. These guys are, we have crackheads there. I'm joking.
But, okay. Next up, we got...
Yeah, Liv Cowherd butt is okay.
Yeah, I didn't see her butt. Was her butt in that?
No. Maybe. The curve was there.
Yeah, the curve was there.
Over.
And it's over. You can see it from the front. But let me tell you guys about Gardner
Planet Fitness.
No, I'm
just kidding.
My next selection, a new addition to the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
CJ over under. Let's see. I put Curvy at 3.5.
4.5.
I was gonna say 4.5 interceptions for Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
JB.
Why are you making him go first?
Because I'm making polls.
Hey, yo. JB, over under 4.5 interceptions for Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
I'm going to go with under on this one. I feel like it's going to be right there, like 3.5, 4.
Okay. How can you have 3.5 interceptions?
Well, you know, like he's not going to get there. It's gonna be like half of it.
Chris?
I'm gonna go under just because of the product of. I think a lot of people are gonna eat on this Lions defense, and for what you guys said, there will be a lot of pressure on the quarterback, especially if you do improve that defensive line through the draft, and that prospect lives up to what everyone thinks they can be. So, I believe that a lot of people will get interceptions, and it'll kind of disperse. And I don't know who I'd pick as the leader for interceptions. If I had to pick, it'd probably be Kirby. So I'd probably go over on Kirby and under on CJ DJ.
I like it.
This motherfucker just keep on growing with his little football takes. I'm so proud of you,
He's
little
listen to less and less Kid Rock by the day.
Yeah.
Easy.
Proud of you, my little cousin.
Over under.
Not related to Chris, by the way. Don't associate me with the Titan.
It's not there's two types of cousins.
There's
and Eazy sleeps with one of them. And I'll let you decide which one that is.
Exactly.
He's
not my cousin, I swear.
How you think I got this job, baby?
He's not my cousin, he's a cousin. Over under 4.5 interceptions for Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
Under. For every single reason that Chris said, too. Like, I think you're going to see CJ GJ in that nickel spot. I think you'll see Cam Sutton take an outside spot. And then it's going to be an absolute battle for who's taking the other outside spot, leaving our guy Kirby Joseph as the guy, as we spoke before, as a center fielder. So I don't know that. I mean, CJ is going to get some, but I don't know if he's going to get 4.5. It just feels like a lot.
All right. I like it.
What about you?
Over.
Over 4.5?
Over.
No way.
Yeah. I think there will be an injury back there, and he'll be forced to play a different role.
Don't say that. Don't say that kind of shit. What is wrong with you?
Could be possible.
Shut the... We speak shit.
He'll be
take it
forced
back.
to do a bigger role.
Take it back.
Over.
Yeah, but not because of injury. You can just say over.
No, I'll just say over. Nobody's ever going to get injured ever.
Nobody gets hurt.
That's such a weird thing. Why would you even say that? Yeah, I just feel like somebody's going to get hurt. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's not even an analytical take. It's just like one of these guys going to get fucked up.
That's how you bet, man. Somebody will miss a game. Maybe he plays, somebody misses a couple games. He plays some safety. He gets a couple interceptions. But
we speak shit into existence on this show, bro.
Next up. Now this one, I don't know how you're going to feel about this one.
Okay.
Over under 26.5 passing touchdowns for Jared Goff.
What did he get this year?
28.
28. JB? Over under 26.5.
Oh, hold on. Take your sweet time, JB. I gotta make a poll here.
I think I'm taking an over on this one. If he got 28 this past season, back with the whole roster fully healthy during training camp as well too. Let me speak that into existence as well too. But this is a over for me. Got all the weapons out there. It's over.
Okay.
You're saying 26.5?
26.5 is what I said.
Okay.
I believe. Chris,
I believe.
Over under 26.5 passing touchdowns for Jared Goff.
Over. That tight end room going to do work, baby.
Okay.
That tight end work is going to eat.
Big tight end believers. Easy?
What?
It's a good poll.
Okay. 2023 touchdown leaders were Patrick Mahomes with 41, Allen 35, Smith 30, Cousins 29. Well, Goff had 29 touchdowns last year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I'm gonna go under. I feel like not in a bad way. I'm just feel like it's gonna be like 26 on the dot. And again, I'm a big proponent of Dave Montgomery. I think he's gonna be the brightest addition in this team, outside of Jalen Carter.
All right, I like it. I'm gonna go over. I think he'll have a bigger year. I think he's got weapons for sure, and he can use use them. Hopefully everybody stays healthy and he can go out there and spread the ball around. Next one. I like this one.
AKA Jesus 16.
Over under 0.5 rushing touchdowns for Jared Goff next season.
0.5?
Yeah.
Over.
You think he'll squeak in there?
He's going to get one. He's going to get one of them Brady ones.
Think he'll squeak in there?
Yeah, with this offensive line, dude, especially the draft Osiris Torrance at number 3, if they trade up like everybody else wants them to do, they'll play. No, I think they go. I think, I could see him sneaking one in.
All right. JB? Over under 0.5 rushing touchdowns for Jared Goff.
Oh, it's over. He'll definitely get one of those goal line ones because they didn't get rid of that rule of the QB push. So
it's true.
I think it'll be an easy over. Just one. That's all he needs.
Chris?
Over.
That's it? All right.
If you remember, too, when he sealed the deal for the NFC Championship, it was on a QB sneak, a little end-around deal. So back in LA,
I'm going to go under.
Under, like, in a QB sneak situation.
Under 0.5 rushing touchdowns for Jared Goff.
Hater.
It's fair.
I don't think they're going to put him in that position. They don't want him to get injured. If he gets injured, the season's pretty much over. So
over.
I don't think they're going to put him in a position to do that. That's why you got David Montgomery.
Just say he sucks.
Let me tell you about Guardian Alarm. Because Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night. And know a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology. It's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
Right now and let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy, better sleep, blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you want to know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
The Lions posted this today. Somebody posted this today. It's Playmaker.
Somebody posted this.
Detroit Lions offense out there making plays. And Joey 2 times said Goff is looking a little chubby. Yeah. He's looking a little golfish.
Yeah, he looks.
Can you zoom in, Chris?
Looks like
is that J-Mo? Is he finally working out with Jared Goff?
He is. I think Jared Goff's got his arms around J-Mo. J-Mo doesn't look happy about it.
He does not look very happy about it.
Yeah. Zoom in live. F it, Chris. I want to see. It had to be J-Mo. Who else looks like that?
I don't know.
If you join, can you take us back? I got to text Josh.
Yes. Here's the zoomed in.
There we go.
Yep, that's J-Mo.
Yeah, it's J-Mo. Amon-Ra, Cleve.
Who the fuck is that guy?
I don't know who that is.
Who's that guy in the Lions shirt?
Cephas?
Is that Trinity Benson?
No, it's
Or
Cephas.
Maurice Alexander, maybe?
No, it's Cephas. Who's the giant white guy? That's who I want to know. Who the fuck is that guy? Is that Goff again? This is what makes him so great.
I think that's...
Is that the 2018 version of Goff?
I think
that's
Sudfeld.
Oh, that would make sense.
Sudfeld, and then
Kennedy.
I'm guessing that's Tom Kennedy.
No, it's for sure Tom Kennedy.
And Josh Reynolds.
Josh Reynolds.
Well, that's good. Good to see the boys out there getting after it. But what up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like the stream, share the stream. If you're listening to us on any podcast platforms, leave a 5-star review. You know who we are. You know we don't like Kid Rock. Welcome, and thanks for joining us. But that's a good sign, right? At least he's working out with him now.
Between him and J-Mo?
Yeah.
I think that was like strategically planned for him to take the picture with like J-Mo, arm around J-Mo.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Like
J-Mo, you stand right next to Jared Goff.
Yeah.
And Jared, throw your arm around him.
Yeah. Like in one more fucking tweet, dude. Yeah. I'm gonna watch you fuck my wife. I'm just kidding, I'm joking.
Oh no.
Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com.
I already did that.
Okay, cool.
Next
Chris.
up, this is something that I wish King Horse was with us.
Dude.
Because this would be his favorite segment of all time. But
Chris Reed.
Yeah. As you know, Troy Weaver wrote a letter to the fans.
Mm-hmm.
Troy Weaver let the fans know how he feels about the season, how he feels about the state of the Detroit Pistons. And some people didn't like it. Some people were not thrilled. Some people said he's on the hot seat. So, in response, our very own Chris Platty wrote a letter to Troy Weaver. I haven't read this yet. I haven't heard this yet. I'm excited. Take it away, Chris. Let's hear your letter to Troy
Thank
Weaver.
you. Well, I figured, it's only fair that if he addressed us, that we address him back. So, took to the Google this morning.
Jesus Christ, Chris.
I just made it small so I could fit it.
Look, okay.
I just made it small so I could fit
That's
it.
a lot.
That's a lot.
How long did it take you to write this letter?
What?
How long did it take you to write this letter?
Honestly, like 10 minutes. It's just a stream of thought. Thank you for your letter.
Put it on you. Take this off the screen.
Okay.
Nobody can read that.
Okay. I just had it up there as, as something to look at while I read this paper. So thank you, Troy Weaver, for your letter regarding the state of the organization. I thought it was only fair you get a response. When you took over the organization in June 2020, it was a franchise rich in history and glory, but at the time, depleted, void of any direction, void of any hope. Understand this was not just a rebuild, but required a teardown before the rebuild could commence. At the start, you were stripped of any value, crippled by dead cap space, which you chose to attack by taking chances on former prospects that lost their luster, sacrificed the little cap space you had to bring in more asset, and tried to capitalize with 3 first-round draft picks in the 2020 draft. If you sense any frustration from the fan base, I believe this is the root. 3 swings in the 2020 draft that produced low results. So far, they are looking at best useful as supplemental pieces on a team littered with elite talent, which we know this Pistons roster is far from right now. 3 swings is a lot of chances to hit on a key contributing piece, especially when prospect evaluation is your greatest strength. There's no way to label this other than a great disappointment. Another disappointment has been gambling on prospects. It's an idea I believe in, but we don't have to name all the names to understand that those transactions did not bear any promising fruits. However, there are many reasons to be positive. In nearly 3 years, you have shown a clear, consistent strategy built for a long, great future. The focal point of your rebuild has been culture, and that started right away by bringing in Jeremy Grant, the highest level free agent the Pistons have acquired in nearly 20 years. Then you followed this by signing veterans on short-term deals to be an extension of head coach Dwayne Casey to mentor these young men. The culture, the tone in the locker room is set, but lacks on-court success, and that has limited the team's ceiling. You have made some great trades, weaponizing cap space for more draft capital or players that can be of value to this organization, or flipped for additional assets. You have shown great patience and decision-making. This is something that should please fans. This season has been a treacherous one, a season with unfortunate turbulence that is out of your control, out of anyone's control. But looking forward, it's clear you have strategized and built towards this offseason. You've created an exorbitant amount of cap space. You have the opportunity for a coaching change, another top pick in this year's prize draft, and expected internal growth from the young players on the roster. I say all this to say this offseason has the highest stakes the franchise has seen in nearly 15 years. You have built towards this moment. You have planned for it. The pressure is clear. We need noticeable improvement. I have faith you can do it, but as you stated, you understand the organization's importance to the fabric of the city. You must get this offseason right, Troy Weaver. And those are my words for Troy Weaver.
100%.
Ooh. I had a
And
wild dream. No, that was good, Chris. Very well put.
Olivia Cowherd, my God.
Very, I wish.
Chris.
I'm gonna try to dream about her tonight. I'm gonna be sitting in bed like, Olivia Cowherd.
There's no way that only took you 10 minutes.
That took you way more than 10 minutes.
And at one
took you
point,
10 minutes.
with that legitimate half hour, you were like, this is pretty long.
No, it took 10 minutes, I can assure you, because I did it on my break at my other job.
Chris, you
So
can't
it
even
was
spell
10,
half the
15
words you
minutes
used
max.
in that one.
That was good, Chris. You did
No,
a
it was
good job.
good. It was a good letter. It was a good letter.
It was fair, I thought.
For sure. What was it about again?
100%.
Spark notes.
Spark notes.
Did you read my letter?
All right.
Spark notes.
We'll continue on real quick. JB, how many times you play that song?
3. To be fair, it's only like a minute and 25 seconds.
Oh.
Yeah. All right.
It was. I looked at his letter. It was about the same length.
No, it was not. No,
Pull
fuck,
them
it
up
was
side
not.
by side.
You put.
I'll
You
work-
had
I'll
the
work
graphic.
count.
Yeah, why are you telling us to do it?
Yeah,
I'll work count.
you're the one that literally. Yeah, actually do that, please. Put them side by side. There's no fucking way you just said it was just as long as his.
Marvin Jones is gonna rock number 0 apparently.
I did see that.
So says Mel 313.
Yeah.
That's pretty fire.
9 drinks, 10 minutes to write a 15-minute to read.
Man, I wish
There was no way it took you 10 minutes. It took you 9 minutes to read it.
I wish King Horse was here for that.
That no, for sure. Good letter. So you off the hot seat? You off the warming shit or what?
I've maintained where I'm at, that this seat can get warm if this offseason goes bad. Troy has clearly built for 3 years towards this offseason in particular. By the deals he signed, everything that is coming to fruition this offseason. So this is the offseason that will define his legacy and his impact on the team.
They need number 3. Or I'm sorry,
You could have just wrote a 1-sentence letter.
one of the top 3. He'll be straight.
No, that was a good letter. It was a good letter.
What?
Kind of zoned out for the last 3 paragraphs, but
I do have a question actually though to the Bagley contract.
Yes.
Just because again we're talking about how much money like NBA money is fucking crazy. We talked about the shooter, not even like a starter. And we started for the Detroit Pistons, but Bullock bought a private island.
Bullock.
And not only did he buy a private island, he's now turning it into like a resort for like his family
Yep.
and other people to visit. Like, so NBA money is a lot.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's Canadian. JB, we actually pull up his career earnings. Actually, Reggie Bullock, the $12 million that Bagley got. It's 12, right? If I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
12.5 per year.
Thank you.
For 3 years.
Is that a lot in like the world of NBA money? Like knowing like a high guy is getting you like 40, 50 millions. Like
Reggie Bullock signed a 3-year, $30 million contract with the Mavs.
I want is like his career
earnings. Let's see, in 10 seasons, it's
You
been
versus JB was gonna get it first.
like $38 million.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
that was his first bag. Was with the Mavericks.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be shitty ass island. Oh, that's his first bag with the Mavericks. We're talking about career.
Yeah, I'm saying his career earnings is $38 million.
And he's bought a fucking island? Wow.
He gets $10 million next year. He made $10 million this year and the last year.
Do you guys think it's gonna be like the shittiest like island? Like, do you think it's like?
It's like 48 million actually.
Ooh.
So 30 from the Mavericks,
Well,
8 from
yeah.
the Knicks,
Oh.
5
Next
from the
year,
Pistons,
he doesn't get
and
paid that
5.
last. Is he already gotten paid for next year, JB?
I
No.
mean, I don't know. They might have paid him for
To
it.
this date, it's 38, 356, 604.
Wow.
And then next year he's making $10 million, about almost $10.5 million.
All right, but back to the lecture.
Let me tell you quickly why his contract's bad.
No, I know it's bad. I'm saying, is it tradable? That's the question.
Not unless you want to give up an asset right now, because it has 2 years. Both are guaranteed, and he played 40 games and did not look great in 30 of them. So this contract can turn around to be decent. It's not a lot of money in the grand scheme of things. It's basically almost mid-level exception money or slightly above that in today's NBA. So it is tradable, but right now you would have to attach some sort of draft capital to it. Probably not a first, probably multiple seconds, but it's looked at as a bad contract right now.
I'm cool with that. Seconds go like hotcakes in the NBA nowadays. They mean
That's
nothing.
what I would do.
So
We saw multiple deals with just 5 second-round picks attached to them.
Because
for me, honestly, like with what a second pick has been, like second round pick, I should say, in the NBA, like what it's been like historically, I attached one to Bagley right away to get rid of it. Like there's just no reason of having him here.
It would probably be 2 or 3, maybe even as many as 4, depending on the trade asset that you're giving up and getting back. But it would be multiple seconds to get off that Marvin Bagley contract, which I would do, because then if you're the Pistons, you're flirting at close to $70 million in cap space this offseason if you trade him for essentially nothing.
There's no way. There's 2 to 3 to get rid of that contract.
Yes, minimum 2,
maybe 2. I don't fucking. When
look
Drummond
at all the
got
other
moved.
trades.
Like
there was nobody. All the other trades that happened this year, none of them were for 1 second round.
It was like 5.
It was like
for
4 or 5 for each
for
one.
like what people? I'm saying, attached to it to get rid of them.
Yeah, Big Bay went for 5 second-round picks.
Like we got 5.
They flipped it.
Rerouted them. Yeah.
It was,
It ended up being Wiseman, obviously.
Yeah.
Look up the let's get the details of that one, and then I got to make a thumbnail. I'm sorry, nameplate for our guy, our guest, Josh Fremd, joined the show to talk a little bit of UFC 287, Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira. This one kind of snuck up on us. It feels like it's kind of just popped up. I feel like it's one of those ones that wait forever. But talk about Big Boy.
I'm excited for that. But first, let me tell you about Big Boy, because Seafood Fest is back at Big Boy, so catch it while you can. Some favorites during Lent, like the shrimp Alfredo, shrimp stir fry, and new fish sandwich. Don't forget the all-you-can-eat fish fry buffets on Friday nights, so stop by your local Big Boy today and satisfy those taste buds.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
When it comes to making your haircut truly an experience, there's no better place than Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Come to any one of our 26 Metro Detroit locations for an award-winning haircut experience and qualify for a chance to win a down payment for your dream home up to $200,000. Our precision haircut and talented stylists will have you looking good, feeling good, and give you a chance to change your life forever. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Spotless, sanitized rooms with trained and certified tanning professionals. Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals where they beat all competitors by $5.
$5.
$5, and when you're there, you can pick up some of their favorites: Australian Gold, Designer Skin, Caltan, Swedish Beauty Lotions. ChiliPeppersTanning.com, the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tans. Y'all know where to go. It's ChiliPeppersTanning.com.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like the stream, share the stream, tell your friends. If you are listening to us on podcast platforms, subscribe, leave a 5-star review. It means more than you know. For the man to my left, the one and only Speak Easy, Chris Platty in the TD booth, JB Smooth, the turncloak on the ones and twos. I am Spencer Raxter.
No, it's him. All right.
We are the Woodward Heavyweights. I didn't even hear about it. I just heard, JB's bashing us on the morning show. It's all right. Got called up to the big leagues.
Bashing. I was just elaborating what you guys were talking about last night.
He's like, yeah, these fat fucks wanted to take Anthony Richardson.
I know, you could turn into that. You keep taking shots at him. Yeah, so yesterday, he's going to start bringing up former topics, especially it's slow now.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Chris, you have a homework assignment during this segment.
What?
You're not going away from this guy. I just saw Troy's letter in the chat. I'll put the nameplate in there too as well, but yours is way longer.
Well, I mean, his was spaced out, so when I was typing it, it seemed right. I ballparked it based
Yours
off
is
that.
even like smaller font, and it's still longer.
I don't think so. Wasn't his like 2 pages?
It should be in downloads.
Spaced
I
out?
downloaded it for BDE today.
Oh no, he's
wanna
got there.
I'll look at
he's,
it.
You know, he's avoiding it.
I'll
He's
look
avoiding
at
that
it.
side by side.
I'll be petty and I'll word count it and I'll see how many more words.
No, don't word count. Just put them side by
side
side. You think you have time to word count it while you're producing a show?
No, that's something very easily you can do after the show, like in notes. Like I can literally just copy and paste them in like any Word document or whatever, and it'll tell you the exact words.
Yeah, but we're not talking about after the show.
Throw the side by side up.
Yeah, throw the side by side up.
Well,
you did it pretty quick with Liv Cowherd. I'm just saying.
Because you can structure a letter any way. You can make things look bigger or smaller.
This guy, dude. This guy. All right, Chris.
Side by side, Chris.
Throw the side by side. Come on. Come on. With excuses, man. Yeah, well, I mean, letters get structured differently. He had a lot of
the
spaces.
way my bank account's set up, I got all my money.
That's really what you just pulled. Letters are written a lot of different ways, guys. We do have a little bit more basketball in here too. One more letter by Chris from Troy. I'm playing. No, PG3 had some words. By the way, actually, before we even get to that point, I heard that Duran and Wiseman were balling together last night. Is that true? Did you get to watch the game?
Didn't watch the game.
Didn't watch the game?
No.
Did you watch it?
Not a second.
Chris, did you watch it?
No, I was with you.
Oh yeah, you were with me. We were watching Country Boys.
I was watching the Red Wings.
How they? 5-0,
Yeah.
right? Isn't that a good team too?
No, not really. Canadians aren't that great.
Casper up again?
No, he's got a lower body injury. He didn't play.
Fuck. He's the second guy to move up and get hurt right away.
I mean, yeah, it's hockey shit. Lower body injury. It's just
because it's a grown man sport.
Really. Yeah.
Or grown man league, I should say.
No, it's just who knows. He might have stubbed his toe or something.
Yeah. Tis to be fair.
I heard Dern was balling though.
I heard they were both. I heard they looked really good.
Yeah.
Doughboy Steve, the World Sports Chat. Chris is now required to replace bars to rap songs with his writings. No more long-winded diatribes.
Diatribes.
Diabetes.
Damn, I have diabetes.
It's crazy. I told JB yesterday. I was like, like they say, like we can't like say words right. I was giving shit for Runyon, and then here I come with diabetes. Diabetes. All right, Chris. I bought you enough time for this side by side. What was going on here?
I'm getting the clips in.
What clips?
Doing TD work.
This guy, man.
What clip? Oh my
This
god!
guy.
Confirmed. It's definitely way fucking longer than Troy's.
Throw it up.
I'll get it. Give me a second.
All right. Let's talk Tigers win.
Tigers win? You want to talk Tigers?
We got by some time before I got Josh Fremd
PG?
here.
I thought you were going to talk PG.
Oh, yeah. Fuck the Tigers.
They lost today, so.
I thought that is a doubleheader?
But they won the series. No,
I saw they won the second game. People were freaking out.
It was not a doubleheader.
No, I'm saying I saw they won a second game. Didn't
they won 2 games in a row against the Astros.
Wow.
Won the series. Yeah.
Nice.
Lost today, though.
Nice.
Couldn't get the sweep, but it's all right.
A little revenge series for your boy?
AJ Hinch. Yeah, AJ Hinch revenge series.
Nice. Who pitched?
Today it was Erod.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
He sucked the first time, too.
Yeah, he didn't have a good outing. But, I mean, the Astros are a really good fucking team. And Kyle Tucker hit a home run that only would have been a home run in Minute Maid Park.
Yeah.
Like, literally is the only stadium that would have went out in.
Why?
Because of the dimensions.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a joke stadium. Like, people call it Mickey Maid Park because, like, it's like, I think it's like 378 to carry the right field wall or something like that.
Do they average the most homers there?
No, the Yankees do. Yankees right field porch is even worse. It's like 360.
Baseball is so weird, man.
Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah, you lying piece of...
What?
You blacked out the longest paragraph of this. That's why it looks so small.
What?
I'm about to hold on. I'm about to put in the
I didn't
the
black
right
out
one.
nothing. I literally just saved the same one from yesterday.
No. That was mine because I actually screen cropped it and only did part of it. But this is the full one of Troy's.
So you didn't read the full one yesterday?
I read the full one.
No, he read the full one, but I put it up in the middle when Spencer was in the middle. Like, the first paragraph's the longest. You'll see. You'll see.
I wrote it in 10 minutes.
I did.
JB, how many times you play that song again?
Three times.
It's a 1 minute song, so that's 3 minutes.
It's a minute and 25 seconds.
That's all right.
Yeah, so that's 5. Let's say 5 minutes.
That's a big.
But you know I read
up.
slow.
He started like halfway through like your
It's
first.
not even 4 minutes.
No.
Oh, you
first
said it's a minute
diatribe.
25 seconds?
Yeah. And he started right away, too.
Diatribetes or something.
Stop trying to semantics.
He said
it's easy.
diatribetes.
Diatribetes. I can't eat that, fam. I got diatribetes.
You got that?
No, I'm sending it to myself in Slack.
Jesus Christ. All right, we fucking give up.
It's already in downloads.
What did PG3 say? What did PG3 say about Durham?
Yeah, the one for the one I downloaded is in there from BDE. I literally put it up there on BDE today. The full letter.
You guys made RJ Graham leave.
Let's see.
Oh, opening day. I mean, obviously we're talking about that.
Opening day is
the closing
tomorrow.
part of the show. All right, fuck him. PG-313. What did you say about that?
PG-313?
PG-13.
You trying to...
I'm trying to cousin it up right now.
Put something in the force there? Bring
No.
Paul George to Detroit?
Oh, I didn't even put that together.
PG-313?
I used to be a big Paul George guy. I'm
Yeah,
not
Paul
gonna lie.
George was good for a while, man.
When he was like, honestly, I'd say he was better than the Heat by himself. Looking back at it.
Well, they had
Hibbert.
Granny Danger, Roy Hibbert,
Like, come on.
George Hill.
I guess Danny Granger was.
Danny Granger was a baller.
Yeah. He called him Granny Danger.
Yeah, it's my favorite meme ever.
Why?
It's like it says Danny Granger and shows a picture of Danny Granger, and then it's Granny Danger. It's an old lady with a machine gun. But he was talking about Jalen Duren and how strong he is, how strong of a player he is. And he's like, normally when you're boxing out big men, you can like get a good feel for how strong they are. Like some guys, you can. He's like, oh, I can move him. Like he's a baby. He's like, Jalen Duren, you're not moving him. He's like, he's strong as shit. He's like, I tried to box him out a couple times, got right around him. And he was like, he hopes that the loaded front court of the Detroit Pistons doesn't stunt the growth.
PG-13 said that?
Yeah, of Jalen Duren. He was like, they got a lot of big guys. They got Wiseman, Bagley, Isaiah Stewart, Jalen Duren. He's like, I hope that doesn't stunt the growth of Jalen Duren because I think he could be a great player in this league.
Wait, so like, was this like a podcast or was
It
this
was
like
on a
post game?
podcast, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say for him to like be like that analytical of like the Detroit Pistons team and situation, like that's way too deep for like a post game
Yeah, it
comment
was a
to be made.
podcast.
Okay, I'll say that's like shots at Casey. If so, whose pod was this?
I don't know.
That's dope. That's dope. The other people like.
It was very cool, and
I don't
yeah,
say
it's
give a
cool.
fuck about
And
business, but
he was like, yeah, he's 19. He was like, he's built like a grown ass man.
Do you
called him Baby Shaq?
I mean, well,
Or not Baby Shaq, Baby Dwight Howard. My bad.
yes, yeah, I can see that for sure. That's all we've all been saying.
Yeah.
Since he was drafted. I mean, the similarities were there too, like, especially for like the debuts and all that stuff too. What about like? Do you think he gets? Can you know how some people like just have that grown man strength?
Yeah.
But I feel like, and this is my personal opinion,
He's
I could be
gonna
wrong
get
on this.
stronger.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Do you think so?
I think so.
Like, how much stronger do you get from like what you are right now? Like some people just develop faster.
I think he'll get stronger.
You think he gets stronger than what he is right now?
Yes.
I guess Dwight got stronger.
He's not even fully matured as a human yet.
Yeah.
Let alone having a baby. Like that is.
He's gonna have a baby soon. Actually, he is gonna have a baby soon.
Is he really?
Really?
Mm-hmm. You guys didn't see that?
That'll give him some dad strength, and when he turns like 23,
he's only 19 right now.
Yeah, he's only 19.
He's got a lot of growing.
You got that side by side?
I do.
All right.
I do. Here we go.
You even took, bro.
Yeah, yours
is longer.
Mine is longer, but it's not crazy longer.
I don't know. Those are like
it's crazy longer.
Those are like 3-sentence paragraph. Those last two for Troy Weaver, are like a 3-sentence and a 2-sentence
1, 2,
paragraph.
3, 4 lines in that one. 1, 2.
That's like a 3-sentence paragraph in the middle.
Yeah.
I agree. Mine is longer, but my point was it's not crazy long. It's literally they're both one page.
It's pretty long.
That's pretty long.
And I didn't change the font size or nothing.
We tell you this every day too.
He dropped it down to 11.5 for sure.
That's what you gotta do. Microwave generation, everything. It's a little shorter. It's a little shorter. I take out when we do our clips. It's for people listening too. If you guys are editing like clips, you got your own like podcast content creation. Before you say another word, cut it out. Get it out of there. So Mr. Beast. So nope. Gotta get it out of there.
Yeah, then it sounds like a robot.
No.
I think that Jalen Carter is really good.
Well, no, because you don't talk like that.
I'm gonna start talking like that for our show.
Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. All right.
Tell us about Alta.
At Alta.
Uptime.
Matters. Alta Equipment's got everything you need to get the job done. We were one ad read early for this one, but it's okay, guys. Alta Rent's got you covered. Give them a call today at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Again, that's 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Make sure you're watching WoodwardSports.com for our new show, Chompin' Puck.
He shoots! He scores!
With four-time Stanley Cup champion Darren McCarty and Michael Gentry. Chompin' Puck is taking the Detroit hockey community and giving them a voice. Pros to Joes. You'll get the best Detroit hockey coverage around. Chompin' Puck. Saturdays 1 p.m. on WoodwardSports.com.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
Guys, tomorrow is the day the Heavy's going to be out. All the Woodward Sports going to be out. Well, not the Heavy. I mean, actually, last time the Heavies were out on opening day, Heavies were out. If you know what I mean.
Literally, yeah.
Literally. The lady pulled out their Heavies. That means it's going to be a good time. If you guys are in town, for all our in-state listeners, come on down. From 9 a.m. to what time do you think we leave to come here, Spinny? 4?
Oh, yeah, 3 or 4.
3 or 4. From 9 a.m. at least till 3, the Woodward Heavyweights will be down there, and I promise you guys, we'll be turning up. We will be obnoxious. We'll be getting ourselves in trouble, questionably maybe spoken to, written up. Doesn't matter. We turn up tomorrow. All right, and I'll make a damn sure of it. You guys miss Stick? Stick's going to be there. Bro, we're balling out tomorrow. Make sure you guys pull up, man, for the opening day party. We're both at Annex, Love and Tequila, and, of course, the Music Hall and Brass Rail. Woodward Sports.
Party.
What up, there? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com, WoodwardSports.com, WoodwardSports.com. If you guys haven't already, please make sure to leave a like on the stream. If you guys listen to us on a post-live stream on a podcast platform, it would mean the world if you left us a 5-star review.
Speaking of the Heavies, bro.
What up? I mean, you can't just do that. I can't see.
It's all right. We'll see him eventually.
I mean, see him or what? You're doing too much. I'm with you, Tyler Chevalt, EU baseball. But that's not... listen, I don't give a shit about baseball. Once upon a time, I did, like 2013, 2014. And then I let go of Dave Dombrowski. And then he won a national championship. World Series. And he won a World Series. And I was heartbroken. I didn't want anything to do with this organization. I saw, like you don't get rid of Dave Dombrowski. I don't give a shit what's going on. I don't give a shit how many times you just got there and missed. Like, you don't get rid of Dave Dombrowski, especially after you got rid of the Prince Fielder contract. I am you guys should know by now, I am a nerd when it comes to like cap space. I'm a nerd when it comes to like making moves as a GM, as a front office. Like,
that was a legendary move.
Yeah, that shit to me is like, it's so like fucking like sick, bro.
I remember I was in my friend's basement and we were ripping dabs. And we were watching SportsCenter or something, and on the bottom bar it was like Tigers trade Prince Fielder for Ian Kinsler. I was like, what? I was like, no fucking way. He got rid of that contract and got Ian Kinsler.
And it was when like he was doing bad. Like, Fielder was not doing good.
Yeah.
And it was like one of the stupidest contracts ever of Everdom.
Yeah. And then Prince retired.
And now he's on there. Who's that one guy that gets paid every year? It's like a holiday now.
Oh, Ken Griffey Jr. is still getting paid.
Are you serious?
Yeah. He's the Reds' like 4th highest paid player this year.
We're talking about NBA money. Baseball
money's different.
Baseball money's stupid.
Shohei Ohtani is going to sign a $600 million contract.
Worth everything.
Yeah.
What happened like 2 weeks ago or a week ago where everyone, like, you guys know
World
Twitter
Baseball
chat?
Classic.
Okay. And it's like lit?
Yeah,
like,
he struck. It was Japan versus USA for the championship, and Shohei Ohtani struck out Mike Trout to win it.
Oh, for sure. Shohei's him.
It was dope, though.
Who's the second best Japanese player?
Ever?
No, not
ever,
now?
Yeah. I'm not sure. Yu Darvish is up there. He's pretty good.
JB, you watch baseball?
No.
I know Chris doesn't. Who watches baseball, guys?
Yu Darvish is good. Yu Darvish is nasty. He's got like 9 different pitches with his right hand.
Mm-hmm.
And with his left hand, he could throw 5 pitches, hit like 85 on a fastball, and break a curve. It's crazy.
Japan's like USA is still number 1 for baseball. Japan's probably second, or you say Japan first now?
I still think it's USA, but
or actually no, not even over USA. Probably, if they wanted to, the Dominican Republic could be number 1.
No, they lost.
But you don't think they could if they wanted to?
No, they lost.
All their best players played?
Yeah, all of their best players did play.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, baseball's weird like that.
No, USA had a fucking wagon this year, bro.
Like Olivia,
Mookie Betts, Mike Trout, Kyle Tucker.
And they took a L.
And they didn't even, the fucking USA's best players didn't play. Like Aaron Judge didn't play.
Yeah.
Because the Yankees are a bunch of idiots. They don't let their players play in the World Baseball Classic because they're the evil empire.
Tyler Chauvet has an excellent fucking question. And I've always wondered this myself too. And I get this, how many games? 180 something?
162.
162? How do baseball players make money if nobody is ever in the stands?
There's no salary cap.
Yeah, but like still, like fuck.
Concession, why do you think you're paying $10 for beers?
That makes
There's
sense.
actually a lot of people in the stands at baseball games, just not at Tigers games because they suck.
That's fair.
Like, not every baseball city is Detroit. People still go watch baseball games.
That's fair. Canada's number 1 at baseball?
Not
No.
even close. Canada's
Hockey?
got a trash baseball team.
Canada's the number 1 at hockey?
Yeah.
Switzerland's kind of taking over.
Canada,
Or just the
Switzerland,
Swiss league.
USA. Like, they're all pretty close.
USA basketball. I think
Easily.
Canada should be better at basketball. There's a lot of like
they
good
probably
players.
will. Now they got, Andrew Wiggins, RJ Barrett, Jamal Murray, Shaden Sharp.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like, they should have a pretty good squad.
Kyrie's randomly Australian too. That's super.
Kyrie's
random.
Australian?
Yeah. You know that?
Dude, I don't know anything that's going on with Kyrie. He's an enigma.
That is true.
Like,
Well, hey, you can't say that word.
Sorry.
But if I'm your cousin, I can, right? Easy.
Diabetes.
Diabetes. No.
Okay.
No, you can't.
What did you say? Diatrebles or
I don't know. I don't even know. It was wild.
Diatretus.
Diatretus. We're just waiting for our guy Josh Fremd to get here. Do you want to talk about that?
What?
We'll wait for Josh.
Diatretus?
Yeah.
No, yeah, we'll wait for Josh.
What does it mean to you, Diatretus?
I don't know. That's not a word. That is not a... You made that up. It was diatribe.
I'll read you the definition right now.
Okay, read it.
When one chubbier version of Kid Rock insults the father
Finland is
version.
really good at hockey.
Oh yeah, Finland's one.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I love like the World Baseball Classic was dope. I love watching, the Olympic hockey, but Olympic basketball is just like, USA is going to win. They're going to win. Even like the best players don't even play. Like the last Olympic team, there's like, I forget who the best player was on it, but
probably Dame.
Braun didn't play. Katie didn't play.
Who won that year they took silver or bronze? Didn't they take bronze? France?
Spain.
Oh, Spain. That's right.
Yeah.
But who the fuck?
Manu
was-
Ginobili.
Manu.
No, Argentina.
Argentina.
Yeah, Manu
Yes.
Ginobili.
But
Who
that
else?
Spain Spain game was actually a very great finals. That was very good.
Just fair.
Yeah, they had Pau and
Yeah. They had both Gasol brothers, Ricky Rubio, Rudy Fernandez, forgotten GOAT.
Hell yeah.
They had some nice
Rudy
players.
Fernandez was pulling up from deep in that game too.
Yeah, he's going crazy.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, Josh Day's hopping in now. Is he there?
Don't see him yet.
Okay. I'll wait.
But it changed, so it changed to like call. So
There's a lot
he's
going
like,
on though
"Alright."
in UFC this weekend. I'm excited about it.
Hell yeah, I'm excited about
Stash's
it.
birthday today. Shout out to Mustache. Happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday, Stash.
Yeah.
What are you doing for? You're going to Stash's?
Well, yeah, we're gonna go.
Is it lit? Like what's?
His house. We just
Yeah.
watch the fights.
I feel you.
We're gonna go get Osaka's and then go watch the fights.
Osaka's. Help me out with that. Oh,
Hibachi.
Japanese. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to break real quick. Well, that we go a little bit longer with Josh because I'm excited to talk to Josh. Last time I spoke to him was in my basement. We have some technical difficulties then, so let's get this one out the way. Tell us about SMA, Spinny.
I will. I'll tell you guys about SMA or the Sports Marketing Agency, because the Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. So if you or someone you know is struggling, make sure you head to thesportsma.com and get the help you deserve.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Goffs, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At work and at home. We're there with smarter security solutions, featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Get enough Woodward Sports content? Head over to woodwardsports.com right now for up-to-date sports articles and great entertainment news. We have the best writers, bloggers, and coverage all at your fingertips. Head to woodwardsports.com right now to experience all Woodward Sports has to offer.
What up, though? Welcome back to the World Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
Young Chris in the TD booth. JB Smooths with the ones and twos, and we have my guy Josh Fremd joining us for. Are you in Denver? Are you in Denver during Reunite camp, or what? Where you stay at now?
Yeah, just staying out here in Denver. Just keeping in with the team. You know, when you leave Denver for a while, you lose that advantage of the altitude. So I've been trying to stay out here a little bit more. You know, keep that advantage going.
Hell yeah, man! And I gotta get this one out the way because like we're Detroit Sports Network. We're the guys that love to talk UFC the most. We're definitely gonna dive into that when we got UFC 287 this weekend. But you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, man, and we nabbed one of your guys, Cam Sutton, as a Steelers guy. What should we expect as Lions fans here?
You should expect greatness. A guy who shows up every single day to work, and a guy who shows up game day. Most importantly. I was kind of a little bummed out when I saw that one, but you guys got a good one.
Hell yeah.
What do you think of Dan Campbell?
Oh, man. If you don't want to play for him, you're crazy. That dude makes you want to run through a brick wall.
Can you picture him cornering you in a fight?
Dan
I think that'd be a great guy to have in your corner fight.
Hell yeah. Hyping you up.
I don't know, man. I feel like he might be a little too emotional.
That's fair. I can see that too.
Yeah, like in football, you can be rah emotional. In fighting, you can't, because if you let that emotion get to you, then you're gonna make a mistake.
That's fair.
That's a good point.
You might end up sleeping.
It's a very good point.
This is my boy Spinny. Josh, you have a question for him?
Yeah, I just wanted to get right into it. You know, before obviously it's a huge card coming up, and you look at the headline of Alex Pereira and Israel Adesanya, and I want to get your take on what do you think is going to go down in the rematch, and also like it seems now that Pereira he's got Izzy's number. Like it's not just in the UFC; it was also in kickboxing when they matched up. Like, what could you do as a fighter to kind of change that? If you know, like, you've got a feeling, oh, this guy just knows me, he whoops my ass. How could you how could you change that? Because Izzy was winning the fight for the most part until he got caught with those big hands.
Well, I mean, if he had my number, I definitely don't think I'd be fighting him again multiple times. But in the case of Izzy and Pereira, I mean, like you said, Izzy was winning the fight in multiple fights. In the kickboxing match, he was winning the fight until he got caught. In this last MMA fight, he was winning the fight until he got caught. It's just, honestly, I think with his mindset is just I need to go in and I just need to be focused for a bit more, like 2.5 minutes, 3.5 minutes. He was just unfocused for that one split second, and that's what allowed Pereira to throw that punch and catch him and get him on wobbly legs. And then once you get clipped once by that guy, amazing that he was still standing. You know, it could have gotten really ugly if they let that finish out. So I think it was a good stoppage, so we didn't have to see that. But yeah, I just think he's going to go in here just a bit more focused. And like he said on all the media, like he's going to give it everything he's got. It's his last chance, because once you lose to this guy 2 times in a row, like, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, that's facts. And unfortunately, that's what happened to like Robert Whitaker. Even he was the guy before Eazy, and he got his 2 chances and it didn't work out. And then I do want to ask you a couple more questions about 287. But man, I've been watching you obviously since we got introduced through in quarantine, and we did the podcast. You were in LFA. By the way, if you guys ever want to see some sick ass, like, my guy Josh is a violent motherfucker. Yeah. Josh is a dog in LFA. But LFA is still like a breeding ground for like UFC talent. But now that you've like officially made the jump, like, what is there a difference there for you in the competition, like in your experience so far?
Yeah, I mean, in LFA, you're gonna get tough people. Don't get me wrong, but like you said, it's a proving ground. It's a breeding ground for the UFC. And then when you get to the UFC, it's the best guys from every single promotion. Like, you're not gonna get some guy who's just okay. You're gonna get the best guy from this region or that region, and that's the culmination of it all. So it's definitely a higher talent threshold for sure.
And then, like, now you finally got your first dub, like, do you feel like, does it feel different now? Does it feel like you've officially started the UFC step now?
Yeah. I know that there was a comment out, there's a saying out there that Dana made about Jamal Hill, like, once you get the title, you're just 30 times more confident. And if you scale that back to me being the new guy in the UFC and finally getting my first win, like, there's an added confidence to, like, okay, now I know I can do this now. It's not a facade. It's not something that I'm reaching for. So, like, I've done it. I've shown it. Let's take that momentum, and now let's build off of it.
Dog, I felt that, man. I felt that, like, in your first win. Like, I don't know, bro. Obviously, I've been rooting for you because, we linked up back when you were still at LFA, and when you got the call up, I was, like, so excited. Bro, because I was just confused in the first place why, where you weren't on with that one Ultimate Fighter they did with middleweights, and that made no sense because, like, again, this guy's, I'm not joking when I say, like, his highlight reel is, like, pretty fucking sick.
Yeah.
But 2, like, I don't know, bro. I'm rooting for you, dog. I can't wait. I think you really could do some special stuff, man.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. That means a lot.
Now you have to say the same about our podcast. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
No, dude. I mean, look at you. You're like, this setup you got here right now, man. It looks awesome. Like, I'm excited. Badass. I love seeing you progress as well.
Hell yeah. We want to say something, Speedy?
I just want to talk because, like, you look at your record and you look at the different ways that you personally can finish people, whether it be submission, knockout, TKO. You've done it all, and you look at guys, even in this card, like a guy like Gilbert Burns is very similar to that, where he can do a lot of different things to damage somebody. He's fighting a guy in Jorge Masvidal who's obviously known mainly for his striking and what he can do on the feet. But how does that, like, when you're going into a fight like that, where it's against somebody that is a striker, he's just going to try to hang and bang with you, how do you adjust your game plan going into that?
Oh, I mean, it really, game plans are one thing until you get in there and then you actually feel the presence of someone and you see what they're doing. What you see on tape is exactly that. It's what you see on tape. It's not what you feel when you're in there. So it's more of I have an idea of what I want to do when I get in there, but at the same time, it's a learning on the fly type of movement. I train my skills and what I'm good at, and I believe that my reactions to most of other things are really good. So I kind of just do what I can to make my sword sharper and then react to what the opponent is going to do.
The time to get into the fun stuff, man. We talked about Eazy trying to get the monkey off his back and finally, beating Alex Pereira, but, like, who do you got in the fight? And this card's actually fucking stacked. My guy Rob Fonta was obviously on there. Jorge's there. Like, what's fight of the night? Kevin Holland?
Yeah.
Fuck, I forgot
Kevin
about that.
Holland's on there.
Rosa's on there, too.
Yeah.
Dude,
all right.
It's going to be a banger of a card.
Fight of the night.
I'm excited. Fight of the night, I'm going to give to... Well, it could be the co-main event, honestly. Burns and Masvidal. I think that this is kind of like Masvidal's last chance to do something, create buzz, and he's in Miami, and Gilbert Burns is like one of my favorite fighters. The guy's an absolute
Mine too.
dog.
Yeah, I love Gilbert.
A man's man, fighter's fighter, and it just all depends. Is he going to go out there and stand and bang with Jorge and try and prove something, or is he going to go out there and wrestle him? And you have Jorge, who's been training with Johnny Evelyn, he's been training with Bo Nickel, he's been training with all these great wrestlers down at AT&T. How's his defensive wrestling going to hold up? Is he going to create that stand-up war? And if he does, can he outstrike Masvidal? It's just such an interesting dynamic. I think that one is the fight of the night. And for the main event, my heart still goes with Izzy. My head's telling me Pereira, but I'm a huge Adesanya fan, so I'm gonna go with Izzy. I think he gets it done.
I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, if Pereira ends up winning this, if he does, because this is honestly what he came into the UFC to do. This is what he came in there to do. What happens to Izzy, and what do you see happening with Pereira? Because this dude is the biggest middleweight I've ever seen in my entire life.
For sure.
He is not a middleweight. He is huge. So would you see him moving up? What happens with Izzy at that point? And how could that be settled if he does win?
I mean, if he wins, I think it's going to be a real this league type of moment. I think Izzy, if he loses, he might be done. He might, because he has so many opportunities outside of the cage. The dude's talented in all other facets, not just fighting, so he could do whatever he wants. He has the money. He's already been the champion. It's all about ego, I guess, at that point, if he decides to stay. And if he leaves, then does Pereira I just came here to beat him, so I'm going to move up? Or what if he calls it, that would be hilarious. Yeah. I could see
him sizing up Jamal?
Up to 205. Yeah, I could see him moving up to 205. I can see him moving up to heavyweight.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can see that too, actually. Dude, when I saw him
versus Jones would be
after Jamal beat Glover, and they're dapping each other up. He was sizing Jamal up, and then he was taller than Jamal.
He was taller than Glover when he walked out. Glover, I was that dude's bigger than he is.
No, that shit's wild.
He's a huge dude, and I don't know. I don't think. Well, actually, now that I think about it, Pereira versus Jones would be interesting, but again, does Pereira have the defensive wrestling? Because we saw what happened.
Fuck
with
yeah.
so.
Not a fucking chance, bro. I mean, all due respect, but not
Bones
a chance.
Would throw him around.
Yeah. But I agree with you too, to the point about Izzy is he's reached a pinnacle of stardom to where I almost feel he diminishes his value if he returns as fucked up as it sounds, he returns just fighting. Mm-hmm. Unless a Conor situation where he comes around every 4 years for the biggest fight possible. You know what I'm saying?
Just that star pull.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess for you now though too, because you're a fan of the sport, what is it like now that you're in the same league as guys that you are fans of? Because you're and Izzy are in the same weight class now. Do you are you sizing them up a little bit when you're watching this stuff, or I don't know, what's that like?
No, I'm not sizing him up because you got to understand where I'm at on the totem pole. So me saying anything about Izzy is just kind of stupid. I am 1 and 2 in the UFC. I got to get to a point to where I can achieve that. So my mindset right now is building off this momentum. I want to go on a run. I want to get 3-4 fights, 3-4-5 wins, and then maybe all right, hey, let's start taking shots up at the people in the top 15 or something. But it's a building, it's a proving ground. It is cool to be in the same league as the people I'm fans of, but that's something that mentally I'm working on too, because I feel I give too much respect in a sense, and I don't want to be disrespectful, but I got to understand, I worked hard enough to be here just like they did. So why are they different than me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just more of an idolization. I had to deal with that. I'm still kind of dealing with that. Truthfully, I train with Anthony Smith all the time. He's one of my main training partners. And when I first got here, it was kind of an adjustment because I'm a huge Anthony Smith fan, I saw him fight in Pittsburgh, and I've watched his career. So, when I got here, it was kind of a learning curve of, working with him, don't be a pussy. Don't, show him too much respect, you work to get here, too. So it's just something I feel that you got to compartmentalize.
Yeah, for sure.
Can we got to do one more commercial break. Do you mind if we keep you through the break?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Or actually, let's go a little bit. I got one last thing actually, because I don't want to do it in a disrespectful way, but is there a name that you are looking forward to? I guess to test yourself against, maybe not even the top 15, but just someone that you want to see where you're at.
Let's see. I would say someone who has a couple fights in the UFC. Probably someone like a what's his name again? Stolfitz, maybe Dustin Stolfitz. I would like that matchup. I think that'd be a good test. He has a couple fights in the UFC. Maybe even Bruno Silva. That guy has a bunch of fights.
That'd be a banger.
Someone who's been in the UFC for a while, you know. I can't say anything yet, but I do have a matchup pending, so I gotta wait till it's official to say anything.
Oh man, call him a pussy.
But
Do it.
yeah. So no, I got a couple ideas on opponents and people who I want to get in there with. Obviously, I want to work my way up to where I can get a fun fight that I've dreamed of. Like, I know I'm nowhere near fighting Chris Weidman, but if I get a couple fights, a couple wins, good big wins, and he's still around, that'd be awesome. But yeah.
Dope, man. Let's get to this last break, and then I want to talk a little about Colby Covington, because Kurtzy gave me a little hot topic about that one. I think it's actually, he might be right.
All right, yeah.
First, let me tell you guys about Planet Fitness, because Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever. You can get a full-body workout in just 30 minutes with a 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $10 a month. But you can't pull up to Planet Fitness and forget the perks. Because with the Black Card, you get the use of amenities such as hydro massage, unlimited tanning, massage chairs, total body enhancement, and access to over 2,000 gyms worldwide. So make sure you join in club or online at planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
You're about to be shell-shocked. The catch of the day is in. Big Boy Seafood Fest is officially back. Join us for some of your favorites like our popcorn shrimp and pike perch platters and our classic fish and chips. This year, we've reeled in some fresh catches like our shrimp Alfredo, shrimp stir-fry, and our fish sandwich. And especially, don't forget about our all-you-can-eat Friday night fish fry buffet. Every day is a fish fry at Big Boy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Olafson, DC, the founder of the Custom Health Centers, and we've helped thousands of people learn how easy it is to lose weight and keep it off with our customized weight loss and body contouring programs.
With Custom Health, you don't feel hungry, you eat well. My name is Simeon Timbuk, and I've lost 71 pounds on the program.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Your boy Eazy, join my guy Spinball Rex.
What up, though?
Young Chris, JB Smooth. We got my guy Josh Fremd joining us all the way from Denver, Colorado. I wanted to ask you, there's a couple ways I could take this, man. There's honestly a lot going around with you. We could have did just the whole like regular ass podcast, to be honest with you. But Kurtzy had a theory, I guess, with the Colby Covington title shot thing.
How he earned it.
And yeah, and he told me, he thinks Dana gave him the title shot to drop the charges against Jorge. And oddly enough, obviously Jorge has the fight coming up, and he's been like openly talking about it. Usually when you have a pending court case, you don't talk about those things, especially not on the biggest podcast ever, Joe Rogan, and say that guy has herpes and stuff like that. Like, are you buying that? Have you and Kurtzy talked about that one?
No, that is something that I haven't heard yet. That's not something Kurtzy's ran by me yet. I think he was probably maybe saving it for our radio show, maybe to tip me off. But no, you're good. But that's a conspiracy theory right there.
That's what I was
something
looking for.
that I could definitely see. I could definitely see that being the case for sure. because you don't want to have all that as if you're gonna get a shot.
Yeah,
especially because he was like, he earned it. Like,
what
how the fuck did he? What has he done that he's earned it? Like, you can't tell me a guy's earned it.
I mean, he's good, but
he's good, and he sells.
We talked about the kids and Kamaru's dad. That just turned me off. I was buying in until that shit.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do something to draw attention. At that point, when you're that high up there and you're in fear of getting cut, you got to create a persona, because it is the entertainment business. As much as it is a sport, you got to entertain people, and if you're not entertaining anyone, no one wants to see you fight. Why are they going to give you the title shot?
Yeah.
Speaking of the entertainment business, WWE and UFC did just merge. What the fuck is that? Like, well, I don't know what to expect from that. It makes me a little bit skeptical, because we already see, Dana sometimes making those entertainment matchups versus like ones that like make sense. I'd rather see Colby had fought Gilbert. That would have been a banger of a fight. Then we had a true contender from it too. But
that would have been a banger of a fight.
Dude, it was such a good fight, man. Because Burns got the ground game too. If Colby would have taken, oh my god, I want that to be a fight. But anyway, what do you make of the merger between UFC and WWE?
I think it's going to be beneficial for both parties. I hope, like I said, the UFC, as you see on the gloves nowadays, 30-year anniversary. It's only been around for 30 years, so it's a very young company. It's still very relatively new when it comes to sports industries. So I think it's only going to benefit the UFC. It's going to have people behind it who are probably going to make the production even better, maybe even help with building storylines for fighters. But at the end of the day, it's all about the caliber of fighters that you have. And I hope it doesn't turn into, we don't want the best fighters. We want the fighters who draw the most attention, because then you're not getting the same quality product there.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, for sure.
Got to have like a good mixture of it for sure.
Yeah.
We saw one of, like, I personally think the best fighter of all time come back, make his debut at heavyweight, get the belt, my guy John Jones. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. Is that him cementing his GOAT status to you? And what's your ranking? Who is your top 4 all time when you're looking at the UFC landscape?
Well, John Jones cemented his greatest of all time. To me, his legacy to me, when I was in college, pre-gaming with my boys, they all left to go party, and I sat in my dorm room by myself getting drunk, watching John Jones beat up Glover Teixeira in the way that Glover Teixeira was supposed to beat up John Jones. That was the moment where I was like, damn, this guy is the greatest of all time, and I've just been a huge fan. I hope, things work out, and one day I could fight on an undercard. That'd be sick. But I think he's number one. Anyone who questions it, anyone who gives me this, dick pills, or he punches women, or he snorts cocaine, or we're not talking about the man outside of the cage. We're talking about the athlete in the cage. You got to compartmentalize. We do that with R. Kelly's music and MJ's music, so why can't we do it with sports? It is what it is. We're talking about the athlete, and I think the athlete who steps in the cage, what he's shown, what he's proven, that's the greatest of all time. Following behind him, I think I would have to say George St. Pierre. I mean, the guy is just tremendous, an absolute animal, pioneer of the sport. After that, Anderson Silva. I mean, I feel like those two might even be interchangeable at times, just because of what Anderson Silva did for not just the middleweights, but even skinny kids like me, like giving me hope, like, oh, there's a skinny dude right there just beating the crap out of people. I can do that. So, I mean, John Jones, St. Pierre, Silva, and then, man, I would have to go. Yeah, how did that even slip my mind? Mighty Mouse. He even could be competing with John Jones for pound greatest, just because of the accolades, the highlights, everything he's done. He just doesn't get enough credit because, well, his nickname, Mighty Mouse. He's a small guy, and the smaller weights never did get that much attention, which, that's just how it is sometimes. It's a newer sport. Maybe in another life, 50, 60 years from now, he would have been the most famous one. Who knows?
Yeah. Is Khabib on your list?
Khabib is not on my list, only because
He's black.
I get.
I'm joking.
I get the allure. I get the understanding. Oh, he's never lost a round. This, that, and the other. He was an absolute killer. A wet blanket. Couldn't do anything. Can't do anything. But when we're talking about greatest of all time, like John Jones had more title defenses than he had fights in the UFC. We're talking about length and what you've created along. Yeah, he has a great aura about him, and he's created such a legacy. Good for him. He left at the highest peak, so no one can question a downfall or anything. But he's just not in my personal top 5.
Yeah, you had my top 3 in order exactly. I'm the same with you. As John Jones is my favorite fighter of all. When I watched him, like that light heavyweight division for me back then, that's like when I started watching UFC. There were so many legends in that division, and John Jones just ran through all of them. That's why I was like, holy shit, like this dude is something else.
As a kid.
Yeah.
As a kid, when you think about it, like 21, 22, 23, you're not technically a kid, but damn, when I was 21, 22, 23, I was still a child. I'm 29 right now, and I still think I'm a child. So, like, it's crazy at that young of an age he was able to do that.
Yeah.
All right, the chat's getting at me to bring this one up because I did feel the type of way about John Jones, and
we had a heated debate.
Because it's nothing to do with the dick pills, nothing to do with hitting the women, but the steroids because that was a thing, right? And I don't know, and like too, the game's evolved. Like,
well, that's the dick pills.
Yeah, but then like still it was still a thing. And then honestly too, like when he still was a kid. So like you guys bringing that up, that kind of actually, I feel like kills the one point I was gonna make because the game's evolved. I feel like guys are a lot better now than they were then. Like yeah, there's a lot of like pioneer, legendary names back then, but like as much as Beast Rampage was when he got in the cage like Rashad Evans who could wrestle, like it was null and void pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
Completely
like,
different.
Yeah. But the age thing, you guys bringing that up, actually I can't say anything.
But it's also like he beat some all-around legend. Like Machida was pretty damn good in every facet of the game. Rashad Evans was pretty good in every facet.
Again, though, if fighting's not playing at all.
Yeah, no.
But if they fought in today's, like I just don't know if those guys are like making too many waves, man. Like you said,
and that's the crazy thing is the timing and who John fought at heavyweight when he came back is just crazy.
Yeah.
Because we have this thought now, and a lot of people, and I'm an objective person, so like I understand it. He came back and he fought Cyril Gahn, who has only been in the sport for 5 years.
Yeah.
He has no background of wrestling, no background of any martial arts besides kickboxing. So we see John Jones come back at 2023 at heavyweight. Oh, he's fighting the new generation of people. But in hindsight, he's not really doing that because he's fighting Cyril Gahn, who still is new in himself. But optically, it looks like he has longevity through 2012 all the way to 2023.
Yeah.
Which is kind of not the case.
Yeah. The only reason too, I the juice thing was a thing for me too with Jones because like when he was officially off, right, and you saw us around and he's back. Like he didn't look that impressive against some of the competition he had fought. It was like Thiago Santos. Obviously, he had the fight against Anthony, which he dominated, and then Dominic Reyes. Like arguably, some people gave that fight to Reyes in that one, and that was all him. Like post USADA.
Yeah, I mean that could definitely be 100% viable case. It could also you could make the case that the competition level just got higher. Like Thiago Santos is no joke. Dominic Reyes, like, even though his fall was kind of quick and whatnot, but, like, that guy's no joke. It's just, we expected him to do such great things and do them in emphatic fashion that once he got tested, everyone was like, oh, he's not that good.
Yeah. All right, one last one because we got to get out of here and wrap up the shot, and I appreciate you joining us. Who wins in a fist fight, Dan Campbell or Mike Tomlin?
Oh, Mike Tomlin. Don't even.
Come on! No way, man.
Come on.
The little guy, the underdog, the little guy.
Dan Campbell doesn't even have a neck, bro.
DC's dog walking in.
Muscle, dude.
That's why he's gonna lose. He can't Mike Tomlin's gonna be so fast. Like back and forth, Dan Campbell's gonna have to turn his whole body to catch him.
We do know Mike Tomlin has some trips in his bag
for sure.
from that Baltimore game. Josh, man, I appreciate you joining us. You got anything you got coming up you want to shout out?
I will let you know when I can say something, but I do have something coming up. If you guys, any of you who are fans of this show, if you want to follow me at Josh Fremd MMA on Instagram, you'll be in the know too when I'm able to announce it. Thank you guys for having me on. It's fun shooting the shit with you.
You pulled the yinzer on us. Called us yins. I never heard it used in that conversation. I'm tripping out a little bit. Appreciate you joining us, man.
Hey, you guys have a good one.
Thanks.
See you,
you too, man. That was dope.
I told you Josh was dope.
Yeah, that was dope. Very dope. Well, that'll do it for us today. We appreciate all of you tapping into the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. For the man to my left, the one and only Speak Easy.
Mike Tomlin,
Chris
sweep the leg.
the TD booth, JB Smooth on the ones and twos. I am Spencer Raxter. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. Catch you guys tomorrow after our opening day shenanigans.
We're going to be drawn.
Peace.